and welcome to the reception table. So glad to have you all back here. However, I don't think I can see you guys.
Well, you can't see us. You can't see our still pictures.
Something's wrong with the.
What's wrong with
Oh,
the?
everything just turned off. Oh gosh.
Oh,
there seems to be something wrong with the. Hold on.
Oh God.
There we go.
It's
There's
all
something
black.
wrong with the reception, but we've got it fixed now, and I'm so glad to have you all here. I don't know why there's a red line there. Hopefully me banging on the table didn't cause that, but it is fine. My entire monitor has a red line shooting straight up from the middle. It's fine. Glad to have you all here.
That's funny.
And I'm glad to be here. This is the reception table. We're going to be playing some D&D, but with my lovely and bestest friends, going from left to right, starting with you, Mr. James, also known as Arya.
Hi, I'm Mr. James, also known as Arya. It's a pleasure to be here. My next character is going to be a magic girl.
Oh,
Great.
spoilers.
Spoilers.
Oh.
And then Justin.
Hello, everyone. I'm back. I've missed a lot. I'm sorry. Shut up about it. Let's get the ball rolling.
Well,
Alakath,
that's a good
Cameron.
Yeah, my name is Cameron. I also play Kalakath. I'm a bandaged bard, although not so bandaged anymore. I feel like the culmination of my fate will end soon.
Yeah.
Word. Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out indeed, honestly.
And I think we have another person or something.
Nope.
Maybe. No.
Maybe.
Yeah. You just continue on.
Okay.
Without me. Yeah.
All right.
I'll just spectate from you.
And we got one more.
Got one more.
Okay, fine. I guess. Since Domino's not here to introduce himself, I'll introduce him. Yeah.
And we've got
Zetira,
Zetira, also known
Zetira!
as Grayson. They've been
Oh,
here
yeah.
since the beginning. They've probably only missed one session. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah,
yeah.
I don't know.
Only
They're
one.
also here. They're a great friend of ours, and
Yep.
currently the only tiefling of the party.
Yeah.
Let's get on with it.
Yes, they say that practice makes perfect, but I don't think it matters how much you guys practice that. It just keeps getting worse.
I want it.
That's
So-
what we do
That
best,
together.
baby. Improv.
But yes, we do have Mr. Astra Jostan back at the table. We are so glad to have him and so happy to have him here. And we're going to be getting back into it. But before we get started, are there any notifications on that we have, James?
No.
Okay. Going back.
Or we could tell them about like the future, episode of a different show that's coming up on the channel.
Nah, don't worry. But no one cares about that. No one
Oh,
cares.
okay.
No one cares. No one cares.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
get to
no
the
one cares
recap.
about D&D
No
content.
one cares about our incredible podcast that we're happening on the Mr. Rose channel. So
Yeah, people don't care about that.
No one cares. No one cares.
These intros are the fucking worst.
They are.
I love them.
Honestly.
I love them
But-
so much.
God,
Once we
I
get a
love
flow
it. I
go-
love it.
Once we get a flow going, we get it going. That's what it's about.
A
Let me bring
flow?
you guys all to a recap. Last we were with the party. They had taken a joyride through the city whilst handling some medical business. Their horses and carriage seemed to have gotten distracted, confused, lost as they went barreling down the streets as Kalakath, going through this inner turmoil of some sort after having his enchanted item malfunction, turned on the party, seemingly out of his control. There was a battle of will and fate throughout the streets as they went brushing their way through. And then, with after an unfortunate set of circumstances, they crashed through the windows of a nearby store that seemed to be vacant. They found that the city seems to have most of the citizens have ran to hide and with the military in the center of the city, and they from the incoming attack. The party members also learned through a locate object spell where the location of Y is, deep underneath the center of the city as well. And so they decided that it was best to take a rest in this storefront because there didn't seem to be anyone else coming around. and we'll pull back to our party members there.
So do you guys like the horse thing, or?
I don't think
Oh, you
now
know,
is the
it's very
time to talk
pretty.
about that.
Thanks.
We've got a, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's essentially a small army right in front of where we need to go.
Right, we need to get underground and handle this situation before they decide to barrage the city again.
Oh yeah. Yep. Do we know that all the sewers are connected, or just take a guess at the closest underground place?
It should be interconnected, but we don't know where exactly in the underbelly he might be, so let's find the nearest manhole to the sewers in the district first, and then we'll navigate it from there.
Okay. Sounds good. Hey, DM, I'd like to roll a perception check to look for underground locations, such as potholes.
I would say that as you guys were looking outside down the road, it's pretty. These are very regular in the streets. There is a manhole covering, and then a little bit farther down, further than that, there'd be another manhole covering. It wouldn't require a check. I will say, however, that we've gone and it's becoming a bit of the morning now. It's still dark out, and a little bit of rain, like a misty morning drizzle, is coming down.
You know, I can never do anything with my hair. It always seems to be raining, or, you know, I feel like we're about to have a water adventure, so just think I'll lucked out.
Aren't you a sailor?
Hey?
Yeah, or you came here on a boat at least. I presume you were on boats often.
Oh, so everyone who's on a boat is just a sailor? Is that just the thing here?
If you sail a boat, you would be a sailor.
No. I'm more of a tourist.
Would I be a sailor? I came here on a boat.
Yeah,
Well, did
Astro, are
sail
you
the
a
boat
sailor?
yourself?
No, I'm not. Also, Arya, for the hair situation, why don't you just go bald like me and I rub the top of my head? Why don't you, feels great. Wind on your scalp, feels great.
Rain on your scalp.
Arya
That too.
physically shrinks up and is like, I'm not doing that. Yeah. It's sort of like a trademark thing. People wouldn't recognize me.
Cool. Keep that threat in the back pocket for now.
Calicath, still looking rather sullen, reaches up to his head and says, "Well, at least you don't have hair like me," and pulls at his hair, and a wad of it just comes out like it's.
Oh. What?
Yeah,
You should,
that's gross.
you should see a doctor.
See a doctor about that.
Yeah,
Also, are you-
I think it's stress. It only started since I started joining you guys.
Are you guys really
You
not
know,
that
your hair
healthy?
has been getting a little bit brighter.
That's awful.
Also,
Says
are
the
you
man.
good, by the way,
That's the
Calicath? Can you walk? Are you good mentally? Are you everything okay before we get into these deep, dark, decrepit sewers? And you're not gonna have an episode.
Calicath
Yeah, that
turns
still worries
to
me.
Look at Astrid. His now very visible many eyes, seeing as he's not wearing his bandages. Oh. And if we don't recall, Calicath seems to permanently be in a half-transformed state. I don't know if I would call anything about this situation good, and I have no idea if I have, or if I plan to have another situation.
Well, if it happens again, we'll just roll with the punches and cross those bridges when we get there. And if push comes to shove, then we'll just kill you. Maybe, with your consent. That is the absolute last resort.
Yeah, you know,
Oh yes,
That's
one
fair.
word with consent.
with consent, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's perfectly
Now
fine.
just say the word. Give us like a code word or something. Like, hey, please kill me.
Yeah, how does
that
that sound?
No, you do that pretty often. I wouldn't want to get confused.
Very nice. Let's let's keep.
Why don't you just tap on your
Right,
gross,
sure.
mangly dog claws on the ground like 3 or 4 times, then we'll call that, the code.
Well, if he's out of control, he wouldn't know after transforming to give us the signal, would he?
That's true. How about if he does transform and get that fucking crazy, we kill him anyways?
Yeah. Maybe, you know what?
I
How
mean-
about we have a code for when he intentionally transforms, so that we know that he
Oh,
hasn't completely
that's-
lost control.
That's
There you
better.
go.
Like every 6
I got an
seconds or
idea.
so, when you're transformed, just be like, "Hey, it's still me in here. We're still good." That
Yeah,
What
we'll
about
just
the
we'll
code
keep.
for my intentional transformation just be me not attacking.
Oh,
Well-
yeah,
man, well,
yeah.
Great. And are we at a manhole cover, DM?
You guys could be. You
I think
guys
we're
were
on our way
inside
to
of the. You guys were like grabbing your things from the long rest, I would suppose. But if at this point, I'd say yeah, you guys could. If you guys were traveling, you guys have made it to the manhole. It was just not even a block away.
Word.
Several
Okay.
weapons.
I think we wanted to get into the underbelly because I don't know if they would have the same twists and turns that we surely get into, lead us to the underbelly in a more straight path.
yeah, Zatir, you've been here all your life. How far are we from the underbelly?
We are not far at all.
Oh.
It really should
Ooh.
just be like a short walk.
That is
Oh,
true.
cool.
You guys are just a little bit of a walk away, less than 10 minutes.
Oh, cool. Well, we're pretty close.
Yep.
If we want to go underground now, I mean, maybe make it that.
The sooner we get started, the better.
Yeah, and
Alright.
Cal, how long does your little weird magic doodad work?
Your little
Yeah,
magic
how much
compass.
longer do I have my little weird doodad locator?
Hey, what's its duration again?
It's usually 10 minutes.
It's supposed to be 10 minutes, but I didn't know if you had changed something.
And any time left over.
I would say, because you did that in the morning, I would say mayhaps you have about 2 or 3 minutes left on it. We could say that happened pretty recently.
Pointing in any new directions?
No new direction, no. It's it just gives you a general vibe of a direction, and you feel a pinpoint deep below the red square, which would be below the underbelly, and even deeper than.
Oh, excellent.
I see. Okay.
Well, at least it's not moving.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
So, are we gonna walk? Are we gonna go under?
I think we go under.
I also think we go under. Worst
Alright.
case scenario,
Alright.
we'll just have Astrid dig our way there.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Anyways,
if you agree,
Well,
I'll
I'm raising my
lift
hand.
up. I'll lift up the manhole cover. All right, come on, everybody.
All right, I'm gonna have to say goodbye to Carrot Jr., my spectral horse who I summoned in the last episode.
Hmm.
Goodbye.
Carrot Jr. places its head on your shoulder and just kind of puts its eyes down into your collarbone.
Oh, we're gonna have a lot of cool adventures, okay? Gonna give you the life that you never had.
There's a confused neigh as it kind of stamps its feet a few times.
Don't make this difficult.
Okay,
And like
shoe
and
horse.
like
We
you,
gotta go.
and like you, and its dramaticism, it does lay the front half of its body downwards in a small bow.
I also
Oh.
give a little curtsy bow. And,
Oh my God, it's as obnoxious as he is.
Oh yeah. And I snap my fingers and he disappears.
With that, the spectral form glows a little bit brighter, and then a gust of wind takes a several amounts of leaves and a few flowers, and there's nothing left standing there besides some grass.
Have y'all ever seen something so beautiful?
you knew that horse.
Yes, let's go.
I guess you guys just don't understand art.
Are you shitting me?
Said that to the artist.
Yes.
Two artists, actually.
That's
Yes.
true.
One that it was his job before you
Yeah.
killed. Never mind. I'm not getting into
And as I assume the last guy jumps in, Astrid thinks to himself, wait, he named the horse Carrot Jr.? And as he's about to jump in, he's like, what the hell happened to Carrot Sr.? And I jump into the manhole.
You disappear behind the manhole with that fleeting thought. You guys each one by one like step into it, and it echoes. The rain begins to dissipate, goes quiet, and there's just the silent, small howls and wisp of the deep sewers.
Hate the sewers. Fucking,
Wow, this place smells horrible.
yeah, no,
It's a
almost
sewer.
died down here.
It's kind of baffling that you guys have something like this.
Hey, me too, actually.
See,
The baffling part, or the
you're baffled
No.
by a sewer, Arya? Do you guys not shit in heaven?
I think we had this discussion already. He does
yeah,
not.
yes.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
well, I mean, if it's what I think you're talking about, yeah, we do that. It's just not.
Anyways,
We don't build an underground dungeon specifically for poop. I feel like that's a bad idea. This sort of thing happens when you build a dungeon for poop. Is evil things show up.
I wholeheartedly agree. I'm about to fight my second evil thing in this sewer. And
See,
Crossroads is
it's
getting
bad.
sieged right now. This is just happy days have come our way.
Oh yeah.
When don't they?
My happy days will be from here on out when we get out of this godforsaken city. Now please locate object, sir. Let us go.
Oh no, that wore off a few minutes ago. It's
Son of a bitch.
But you know the direction, right?
You do. You have the general
Yeah.
direction.
down.
Okay.
Well then,
Let's start heading down.
lead
Or
the way.
close to the direction of the underbelly and down.
You got it. Calicath looks left and right for a moment. Can I roll and see what all is in front of us?
Yeah. Roll your choice of roll, and I'll give you information accordingly.
Performance.
Also, how-
Natural 20 for a 25 on perception.
Also, how dark is it in here?
It's quite dark, but at the moment, with the light coming from the top of the manhole that's not been recovered, you can see the reflection of a little bit of water, kind of like rolling to your a little bit forwards to the right. To your right is a stream of running water that has a stench to it that runs its way down a long hallway. Calicath, with your natural 25, you can, or with your natural 20 and then your 25, you can gather that the water is all rushing in one direction. It's heading down south, and then you can also. But besides that, it's a smoothish, stony hole in the ground. It's a long tunnel. There's not much to be seen besides the sewage water that rolls, and then you can get the direction that it's going. It seems that it all comes from the northeast and is running down south.
So it's pretty much one direction, right?
Well, you could follow the water up to the northeast, or you could follow the water down to the south.
Alright, guys, I think we should go down.
Yes, I think the direction of the water. If the water is going down, and water doesn't go from down to up, we should follow the water, right?
And the thing's telling you to go deep, deep down, right?
Calicath looks over to Arya and quietly says, "What the fuck did you just say?"
I'm saying we should follow gravity. Do you guys not have gravity here?
Oh my
No shit.
gosh.
Clearly we do.
We have
While the two-
gravity.
while
We
the
don't
two
have a choice
lovebirds-
but to follow it.
While the two lovebirds are arguing, I'm gonna go close the manhole.
Okay.
I just
there's
didn't.
the stunk as the entire room goes complete darkness.
Okay,
Can you
now
see
I
it with dark vision.
cannot see.
Those with dark vision can see
Calicath.
the water.
Calicath,
Tira will bring out
please.
her hooded lantern and use that as like a light source for us.
Gives a good amount of light for this small space. A lot of the walls are a little reflective as it's all damp.
Calicath will start leading the way downwards.
Stira will be just behind, given plenty of light in front of us.
Calicath, you start
I'll
to head
take
your way. Oh, sorry.
I'll take the very back.
All right.
Yeah. I'll be second back, and I'll look behind us every now and then because I have dark vision.
As you guys begin to progress your ways, it's about 6 minutes of walking down this long path with not much change before Calicath, you start to find that there is a split in the paths. And I noticed that you said down. I assumed you meant south, but none of this is particularly going down, if not, but at the most gradual of slopes. But there seems to be a left and a
When I
right
said
option.
down, I meant the following the water down. not
That's what I
down.
imagined, yeah.
Oh, do I have? Is there anything different about the two paths?
Path on the left, and from the immediate look, no. They both seem to be equally mundane. They are a sewer system at the surface of the city.
Do either of them go down even slightly more than the other?
Well, as you're looking at it, I wouldn't say particularly well one way or the other. It seems that it just splits. And from the structure, or I guess you could roll an intelligence check on the way that the walls in front of it, the way that it faces and whatnot.
Sure, I'll happily. A 7.
There's really not much to extrapolate from either option, as they seem to just be a sewer system doing as a sewer system needs to, splitting apart, getting paths, collecting waste, and then traveling it one direction.
All right,
We may
guys.
have to venture down a little bit on both sides and just see if there's a dip on either point, and not trying to waste our time going down too far, I suppose.
I agree. Let's not do any of that splitting up shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Also,
okay.
DM,
Mm-hmm.
since we're about to diverge on one path, can I pull out one of my darts and try and see if I can carve the number 1 in?
Yeah.
Oh.
With your strength, that's
Okay, I
no
wanna do-
difficulty. Yeah.
Let me do that then.
You managed to carve a good number 1 on either left or right path, your guys' choice.
So, which path do you think, guys? I'm gonna try and see if I can keep us from getting super lost down here.
I guess
Doesn't really matter.
right?
You just carve it on right. Yeah.
My gut is telling
Yeah.
me to go right.
I think
Well, let's
right
go-
because we were
Right, it is then.
on the east side of the city, and if we're heading south and we head right, that should be to the west, which should be towards the
Towards the center.
underbelly. Should be more towards the center, if I have that correct.
Well, let's hope you do. And I carved the number 1 on the right side.
Yeah, I
All
hope
right.
I do.
You begin to progress some ways. Calicath in the lead still. And it's about a 4-minute walk now, having walked a full 11 minutes, and it's these curving long lines before there's a change. And you can hear some ways away, it's hard to hear, you can hear the sound of more aggravated waters rushing. It seems to be up a bit ahead some ways.
Eventually implying that it's dropping down at some point.
Ooh,
That may be an implication.
I like that. I like that. Excellent.
Gonna look at this more aggravated water.
Yeah, this is gonna be horrible. So this thing is like a water creature, right? Does anyone have anything for water? Like, who here's a good swimmer?
I can do
Well,
this.
we know
and
I have to.
Calicath steps onto the water.
As the water rushes and you step out, the
Well, it's like a conveyor
violent
belt.
force of the water doesn't actually take you anywhere. You stand on it
Oh,
as though you were
Oh.
standing on Earth.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's a neat trick that might come in handy down here, so let's all keep it in mind if anyone has any ideas that don't want to be killed. Either one will work well for me.
Right, right. Well, You know, if there were any weirdo wizards here who could make the ring bigger, you have a ring, right? You said?
I didn't say that, but yes.
Oh, my bad. To make the ring bigger into a bracelet, and then more people can be in the ring, like in the ring bracelet, have their
I
hands in
think
there.
it only works for one
What
person
the
at a
fuck are you
time.
talking
It's
about,
very
man?
selective, so that wouldn't work anyways.
God, why do I talk to you? I would
Yeah, you shouldn't have
rather
even
transform
entertained-
again.
Oh,
Should
well,
have even
you know.
entertained his thought.
Listen, I don't know anything about wizards or weird little
You
wacky
don't know anything
mages.
about anything.
No.
Where do you come from? And
I've
don't
said
give me any of that heaven shit, because I know good damn well that heaven's got a shitter somewhere.
yes, we have shitters in heaven. I've just never. I guess I've never. If we have a sewer system, I don't know. That's
does
not
it
my job.
magically vanish when you're done? I'm not indulging in this conversation.
Yeah, but honestly, let's just quit while we're ahead. Let's just keep walking.
My job was to guard the gate. That was my
Didn't
thing,
Fucking ask.
and I was
Because
cool at
it's not
that.
gonna make sense to me, anyways.
Guard a gate. What sort of gate?
Heaven's
As we're
Gate.
walking.
Of course. Why would
of
you
course.
ask? Why the fuck would you ask him?
No, I thought it was gonna be more specific on like which place in
Oh,
heaven.
did you?
No, the front entrance actually.
Oh, the very front entrance. Okay.
Oh yeah. I was the there would be dragons
So
trying to
it's got
come
like a-
in and giant monsters that try to break in. And
Continue walking, please.
Yeah, I'm following behind. So heaven's got like a waterfront view, and like you just decided to leave one day and sail off. Did you just quit your job, or were you told to leave, or?
Well, that's a very interesting question, and I'd love to get answers when I
You
get back.
could say you just up and left. You could say you just up and left without telling anybody. You could just say that.
Well, I would love to say that. Yes. I don't know.
Man, you're pretty terrible at your job. And
I-
Satirical in the conversation there.
As you guys are progressing, the water gets louder and louder. Calicat, you're the first one to see it, that there's a blue light seemingly coming from up above and a opening. And as you step up to it, you see that it's actually the sunlight reflecting down through this large grate. And you can see that there is a drop as this several waterfalls kind of converge together to make a circle, and they all go falling down deep into what looks to be a massive well.
Kalakath, upon seeing the light, once he recognizes the light, he starts stumbling backwards and moves closer to the back of the group, remembering what transpired recently. He's not a big fan of lights anymore.
Ah,
Or mysterious ones, at least.
Oh, hey, Calicat, you coming back here to hang out, or?
Yeah, I just thought, it was Zatira's turn to lead. She's got the light.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah. In the meantime, I can tell you more about how we don't poop in heaven.
Kalakath nervously stumbles
you're
back near the
closer to
front.
so what exactly did you see? What did you make out over there?
I would say everybody sees that the path ends, and it goes to an open chamber with waterfalls from several different directions going down.
Well, that's in the direction we're supposed to go, I suppose.
Yeah? Hey,
Need to find
Cal.
out if there's a safer way down than just jumping.
Yeah. Hey, Cal, I have a question for you.
Yes. Arya.
So, DM, what we see is like a waterfall and just the abyss below us, right?
So yeah, so what you see is that you guys are at the end of a tunnel, and the water that you are following is rushing and falling down a massive well. And there are several other connecting tunnels that also are doing the exact same thing. The only
And we
other
can't see the bottom, Right.
That is, at the moment, you cannot see the bottom. It is very dark. It goes into what seems to be a black abyss.
Yeah. Hey, Cal, if you fall from a great height and you're wearing the walk on water stuff, it would just be like,
turned into a red fucking mist.
yeah. You might not want to be wearing that then, just in case.
Now I simply won't fall.
Oh, yeah. A
Now, I'll
bold
say one-
strategy.
At the Rose.
I'll say that there's
I have
one
a-
detail. Right, real quick. That the path that you're on does connect to a very loose and rickety, looking like an iron or metal, very rusted bridge. And each one of these little holes they converge at the center to make a circle platform that a person who services the sewers could travel across and make it to the other sewer systems if they so needed to.
So there's like a catwalk that goes across to each
That's correct.
tunnel.
And it goes
Oh,
to
okay.
the center and then it goes outwards to the several different entrances.
Do we see ladders beside and like along the walls leaning downward?
Looking around, you don't see any ladders where you are.
I'm sorry, Astrid. I believe you were going to say something earlier.
Just to see what we're about to maybe get ourselves into. DM, is there like any like loose like bricks or rocks around?
Oh, Jesus.
For you, yes. I mean, you could rip out
Yes.
a lot of this wall on the edges, and with your stony skin, you could probably tear something out.
Let me find the loosest stone that
Yeah,
does
yeah.
not look like it would compromise us.
Right. No,
Galakath,
no,
I want you
no.
to cast light on this brick, please.
Sure.
And I toss it down. I toss it down the abyss.
Calikath,
After he casts light, sorry.
he brings his hands
I'm
together
lagging.
and
A little bit.
you're all right. He brings his hands together and reaches out for the stone like he's about to cast some sort of mystical spell on it, and he taps his fingers to it as simply as possible, and it lights up like a light bulb. And
Hell yeah.
immediately after
Thanks.
that, Calikath nervously looks at the ring on his finger and removes it, placing it in his bag.
Now, let me just look over the edge real quick and then toss the brick and just see how far it goes down.
Roll a perception check as the glowing brick falls and falls.
Okay. First roll after 4 weeks. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. It falls.
Here we go.
And falls and falls, and it gets smaller and smaller. And it illuminates some of the wall around it. And for just a moment, on a lower tunnel, you can see movement as something recoils and gets deeper into the tunnel before the stone falls further and further. And then it does find water as it begins to sink. But it disappears once it hits the water. And the distance and wise, it's very far, but it's hard to determine just how far.
Cool. Well, boys and girl, we got a ways to go.
Yeah. That's a good idea, Astrid.
Hey, thanks, man.
No problem.
I wouldn't suppose we could determine that fall was longer than 50 feet, could we?
You could say it's probably over 50 feet, but determining anything past that's difficult. It's because it's a very small object. Space is weird.
Yeah.
Right. If we couldn't see any ladders down, we may have to make our own way down.
Yeah, before we do that, let's check the center area to see if there's anything that we could see from there, maybe.
Alright.
Who wants to go first?
Zatira being one of the lightest here and light on her feet, may cautiously approach and first test the weight of it with one foot.
As you put your boot on it, there's a awful creak sound of metal, and then you kind of rest your weight on it, and that creaking kind of echoes before it slowly stops.
Bori, that does not fill me with confidence.
Yeah, no, that's awful. If you want to pretend to be safe, I can help you,
Across it?
but I don't know.
I don't know. It
to
may not
be
be able
safe.
to. You know what? Just to see how safe it really is crossing Zatira will then commit to taking out a rope. Tie one end of it around her waist, and hold out the other end. Just in case this thing doesn't hold together.
Hell yeah.
Tie it to your waist and
someone
hand it off
wrong.
to your party.
Hmm.
Yeah. I think, Astra, do you want to hold this with me?
Sure.
Excellent.
Okay, I'm gonna test the integrity of this myself while cautiously walking across it to the center platform.
As your right hand is gripping tightly to the single long rod that's used as a walking banister hold, the left side has no guardrail. Each step has a terrible metallic groan to it as you stop and you just wait for it to calm itself down. The rushing waters below you kind of disappear into the black void as you inch step by step over it. What feels like an eternity, only a few minutes, you do make it to the center where the whole structure kind of goes quiet besides the sound of the rushing water. The rope kind of hangs down between the where your party members and then the path you walk.
Okay. I managed to make it across.
What do
you
you
want to
you're-
try?
What
So
do you
you're in the
see over
center.
there?
All right. Yeah, I'm in the center, and I'll look around. Do I see like any holes down? Any other ladders or something that could help lower
Roll a
us
perception
down?
check. There's one obvious thing. In the center of these several bridges that come together is the structure you're on. It's a circular metallic platform. But in the center of that, there's a hole. And a long metal rod, obscured by all the rushing water, does run its way down the hole, seemingly as though with some equipment, you could rappel
Like
down
a
it.
fireman pole.
It actually is more like a metal rope or a metal wire, not
Okay.
a fisherman pole.
Okay, yeah. My perception was a 15, by the way.
And with that, you do find some equipment that was hooked to the side of the guardrails that were around the circle. What would be like little harnesses and carabinas that could be used to one, hook yourself to the guardrail as you walk across. You know how it had one guard and not the other, and two, possibly even use it to slowly rappel down this rope.
How many are there?
There are 3.
3. Okay. Are they hooked right now?
They're all
just
hooked
try
to the center, but it's
across?
easy to just unclick it. It's just hooked there for storage / left there / who knows.
And we could potentially use these to hook onto the railing I was connected to make a more safe cross, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Satira will unhook those, store them in her back on her bag, and say, I've got some equipment that was over here on the other side that might make it a bit safer for the rest of us to all cross. I'm gonna walk back with it.
Okay, we've got you.
Yep.
And I'm holding the Zatira's rope tightly. A little nervous for her, gotta be honest. This doesn't look like
Yeah.
fun.
And I will using that same rope and the rail, carefully make my way across again.
Slinking your way across, I want you to make a dexterity check.
Dexterity check.
You got this, Sat.
Oof. Total of 8.
8. As you're stepping, there's a metallic from one of the long like tunnels in the walls. There's this ping, gong, 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 some kind of metalish ricochet of sound, and after a moment, nothing.
Zatira is like frozen still.
The bridge itself shook for a second before calming down.
Oh dear. With if it seems calmed down, Zatira will slowly try again to continue her way across.
As you do so, I want you to roll a dexterity check.
Christ, even worse. 6.
Oh no.
The bridge itself is shaky and rocky, and the piece of the railing that you're holding onto, a rusted part of it, clink, clunk, falls off as your body begins to fall. You've not quite fallen yet. As the whole bridge starts to sway, I want you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh. Zatira, please.
And again, another
14.
ping, gong, gong, gong sound kind of echoes in
14.
another hall. 14. You fall to your knees and your stomach as you grab onto the bridge, and you don't fall off. But a second one of those sounds pings, and from a different tunnel.
Zatira will close her eyes and try and catch her breath so that she's not going to be that shaky, trying to keep herself calm. And she will get to one knee, then she'll stand. She will focus looking on her destination and will once again slide her way across. At least attempt to.
Across towards your destination, almost feeling like that's that feeling when you look down a hallway and it just gets longer. That kind of happens to your eyesight. Standing at the edge of it is Astrid and Arya gripping the rope tightly, looking intensely. I want you to make a dexterity check as you pass your way along.
A
No,
13.
it's
13.
Oh, no.
13.
It is a long trek, but slowly and surely you don't get met with any other sudden changes. The entire bridge itself feeling less stable underneath your feet. You do reach back to your party members.
Zatira will be like a good 5 feet from that drop, and so yeah, I don't think that we should trust crossing that thing actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
There was no way my heavy ass was getting on that bridge anyways.
Well,
honestly, a bit reasonable.
I managed to get these equipment, these harnesses that would, and there was a cable of some sort with going through a hole in the center of it that I think was supposed to be what would be used to descend, but getting to the thing seems to be more dangerous than trying to get down.
Well, I mean, if need be, we could always look for a different bridge. I mean,
Zatira will look just outside the tunnel and see and look if there's like room to move over to another one of the tunnels that's connected to a different bridge.
I mean, we might have to go backwards a little bit.
Roll a either perception or intelligence check.
Me?
Who? Yes.
Whoa. Actually, let me check.
They have
this.
different DCs.
You got this, Sat.
I'll check. Try perception. Yikes. 12.
Nothing particularly of good interest in that regard. It might be possible.
Yeah.
I mean, presumably they connect, but you're not sure.
I'm be able to shimmy over to one and going backwards to try and go forwards. I feel like we're wasting enough time being as slow a pace as we are. The longer we wait, the more likely Kalakath is to have another episode.
Cool, calm
That-
down, thanks.
That's true, but I mean, we had a split not too far ago in the tunnels, and all of the tunnels have to, get rid of water maybe at the same place, right?
Maybe.
I mean, this huge place that we're at right now, there's several waterfalls. That means that there's other tunnels connecting it.
Astrid, I'll have you. Astrid, could I? You being quiet and focused on the situation at hand. Could I have you roll an intelligence check,
Just a flat intelligence.
if you don't mind?
Sure thing.
Here's also wondering.
7.
Okay.
Yeah, that's enough. That's a lucky number.
One thing I
Good
could
number.
say with that is that the other bridges had the ping sound come from, and this bridge reacted. But that's all you can gather at the moment. With a 7.
Mm.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna wonder, like, gauging from what Satira was experiencing and where she heard the pings, does she think, like, the overall integrity of each bridge was pretty shoddy?
It's pretty. I'd say it's pretty obvious that they're reliant on each other.
Mm,
Right. So we're not gonna find one bridge as particularly more sturdy than the others after that.
Right.
Yeah.
And you
that
can see
does
that
make
the
sense.
center,
Yeah.
the center with Catcast Natural 20, having looking at it for a bit. I believe you have do you have dark vision?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Or did you mean Kalakath? I
Calicath.
also have dark vision.
Oh, okay.
Everyone
Kaka-
but Astrid.
Okay, so Calicath, you having dark vision and having that natural 20 and focusing on it, you can see that the center platform is held by these metal wires, unique and separate from the bridges. The bridges seem to be a circle that goes around a center capsule, which is where Zatira was, and those are basically held fast in these anchors on the roof of this dome.
Very cool. Hey, how thick are those metal wires? Can I tell?
No, it was hard to even notice them in general with all the water.
Okay.
And also,
Shut up,
if those may have been like the source of the pings, so we may have a few less.
Ooh, yeah, that's true. If only someone had a grappling hook, and I scratch back of my cape, which is weirdly big.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Would
Hey,
you
Ara,
happen to have one in your inventory?
Huh?
In your,
What?
your
Eh?
repertoire? In your
Oh, yeah.
arsenal?
Damn it, you did, didn't
Yeah.
you? You bought some stupid fucking big hook. You were the worst
Yes.
person to let me rich.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. I have this heavy crossbow, modified with a harpoon type thing that I could shoot out to something, and as long as it's heavier than me, I get pulled in that direction. DM, is there anything that I can hit that looks like a grappling hook location, like in Legend of Zelda?
Above you, where the light,
Or
where the
Persona
lights,
5 Royal.
Oh yeah, yeah.
where
That's
the
it.
lights
Sorry.
coming in these massive grates that go to the surface world where the sunlight is finding its way in that blue hue. It is these large metal rods and grates that would serve very, very well for a grappling hook location.
Hey DM, how heavy is that grappling hook?
The actual grappling hook, a bit heavier than a crossbow, or you mean the actual hook itself?
Oh, like his whole gun mechanism. How heavy? Is it?
The whole gun mechanism, a bit heavier than a crossbow.
Probably like 10, 12 pounds maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we didn't get the specs for how heavy this thing can lift, right?
And, it didn't come with the manual. No, this is not that kind of time
Wow.
period.
I believe that DM.
You just gotta connect it
said
to your
when he
iPhone
obtained
with
it-
our app. That's all. Ah,
Yeah, yeah,
sorry.
of
The
course.
DM said when he obtained it that as long as the object it hit was heavier than him, it would pull him to it, and then vice versa.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
Hmm.
the ground is heavier than
him.
all four of us. So if all four of us get on together,
Exactly.
So you want the thing to use the hook to dig it into the ground, and we lower ourselves.
I was
oh
gonna say
no,
shoot it.
I was gonna
and
say
then-
shoot it up, and then get on top of. Yeah, what Calicath just said. Shoot it up, and
And
make our
swing
way
over?
towards the center. Yeah, if need be. I mean, would
I'm
you?
down for that plan.
Yeah, would you rather trust this rickety bridge or this incredibly awesome grappling hook that I've painted flowers on last night?
This might be the first time I've ever truly agreed with one of his ideas. I think this is
Now
a great
immediately
plan.
scared.
As you should be. I am too. Don't let it get you wrong. Don't get it twisted. I'm fucking
don't-
terrified.
Don't get
Because
it
he's gonna
twisted.
be the one aiming it. I know.
Yeah.
I know he's gonna fuck it up. But as for an actual plan, I think it's great.
Wow. First of all, wow. You know what? I'll let
You know-
that slide. I'm a bigger guy. I'll let it slide.
You're not.
You know what? You got this, Arya. I pat him on the shoulder. I fully believe in you. Back's against the
Thanks.
wall. City's under siege. Calicath's doing a thing. And my
Yeah.
Silvervine.
Oh yeah. I mean, if anything, we don't even have to just grapple across. We could have we can grapple on top of the ceiling, and then holding the machine walk across the bridge as the grappling hook is holding some of our weight, right? I mean, doesn't that sound like a good idea too, just to mitigate risk?
Well,
I
it's
think we
gonna
should just grapple
pull
and hook
you.
across it.
It's gonna pull you across, isn't it?
I've never used this thing in my life, and I aim towards the ceiling and fire, holding it.
Wait, you don't want to
Dear
test
life.
it real quick? Wait, Arya, wait.
Well, this is the
All right,
test
wait.
shot. This is the test
This
shot
is
right
the
here.
test shot. Shall I roll DM?
Oh.
I'm about to
where are
start
you
making a
shooting?
backup character.
I'm shooting at the ceiling above.
Where the grate is, the big massive grate above everything.
Yes, and preferably I'd like to aim where it would be directly on top of.
Above. Yeah.
Hey
This
DM, how
circle.
far is the grate from the nearest solid surface?
Well, it's a big dome circle kind of deal that goes up, and then at the very top of that circle is a grate. So
Yeah.
that grate is above the platform that you guys are trying to get to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how far down is the platform from the grate? Is what I'm
I'd say about 15, 20 feet.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's
not
fine.
terrible.
That's
Okay.
not-
I was
not
thinking
bad.
more like 40 or 50 feet.
I was also thinking 40 or 50 feet, but you know. DM, shall I roll?
Yes. Roll an attack.
I rolled a 22.
Yeah.
22.
Fucking ceiling.
Yes, sir.
What you guys see is Arya buckle his body up. But how do you want to describe your body as you're firing it up?
All right. Well, first of all, I grab this crossbow, hold it up, do a little JoJo pose, arching my back, grab a flower out of my hair, smell it, fire, while smelling it and posing, flying up in the air.
As you do so, it fires upwards. The grappling hook kind of like goes flying upwards. The piece of wire following it as well. The grappling hook opens outside of the grate before it clinks, snapping hard onto the surface that it was in. And what you guys see is like the Looney Tunes like after image of all the dust that just takes him as it's a 6-second situation as his body goes as he starts Geronimoing upwards towards the roof, super fast. A scream echoes out as he, and you see him, bam, ricochet off the top of the metal grate, like real hard, like, and then bounce like a ball off the ground, but off the roof, falling, landing hard onto the surface that it all shakes in a violent way, and his body like kind of like disappears. As far as you guys' perception, he disappears from view as he gets into that weird domes thing.
Satira has her arms crossed the entire thing, an eyebrow raised, a little smirk, thinking like, yeah, this is exactly what she thought was going to happen.
Oh,
That
I
crossbow
know
was
that-
fucking useless.
I know that
Great,
this was part
now,
of his plan, but how was he
right,
ever
yeah.
planning on getting it back to us?
Exactly. I was gonna ask, how the hell are we all supposed to get across?
Arya, you are missing
hey,
inside
yeah.
of this dome, this little center seed.
Okay, well,
Hey,
back to
Satira
Kalakath,
will-
Zatira, and Astrid.
Yeah, Zatira will take out her harnesses for the thing that on the railing for that thing. Now we have the perfect number.
Oh, that is convenient.
These
What's-
things should make sure that we don't actually fall off the railing itself, so long as the bridge in its entirety doesn't collapse and fall. In which
Isn't
case
it funny
won't
how the
matter.
world works in mysterious ways to work out just for us right at this exact time? Like dear
know,
Arya
Kalakath-
sacrificed his poor self to allow us to have these harnesses.
Right.
You know what? Bravo, Arya. Bravo for your
Oh.
stupidity, Arya. We're proud of you.
I'll take it.
Kalakath
I accept it.
Kalakath would like to attempt to point his. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, I sneezed.
Your excuse?
Kalakath would like to
Bless you.
attempt to point his finger to where he believes Arya might be.
Mm-hmm.
Try to cast message.
You can send a message.
I send a message and I say, "Hey, you still kicking in there? Are you good?"
Ow. I mean,
Alright.
yes. DM, what do I see?
It's the same thing
Exactly, I
Satira saw. It's a small circle balcony inside of it has these small metal walls that you could like if you stood up you could see them again. It's like a little like a walkway kind of deal. You're flat. You're prone. And then in the center is a circle like it would be a hatch, but there is no hatch. And then that metal wire.
Right. Yes, Kalakath. The plan worked super successfully, and I hope I looked cool.
Well, you didn't, but it's good to know that you're alive. Do you see anything?
Yes, a hole and a wire, and peeking my head above the balcony, and 3 people about to cross the bridge. 3 weird. Oh, hey guys, hey.
Do you see anything that is useful to us, such as another chance to progress forward or down?
Well, you know, if we were really smart, I would have had the rope on this side.
Right.
Right?
You know, I think there'd
So,
be a way to
what's the-
have that thing not retract.
What's the plan as far as you being over there? Did you have one?
Yes.
And it
I
was.
Well, Kalakath, you're a mage who I'm starting to enjoy more and more. You can like levitate things, right?
I will fucking kill you. Kalakath disconnects the message
Kalakath,
And looks
Kalakath,
to them.
you there?
and shrugs his shoulders and says, "I didn't get a
Is this
response.
is it
I think he's
this
gone."
thing on?
No.
Oh, that's
Well-
a shame.
And I'd say that's a pretty good assumption because my spells are quite reliable.
I'm literally waving at them.
Yeah, Arya, you're just over there waving.
What? Oh my God! Cal, look! It's Arya. He's not dead at all. Hey, buddy.
No, it's a mimic.
Oh shit.
Alright, we have the harnesses that'll have us attached to the railing, but the thing is still very shaky. So, and can't get my rope all the way across over there to him, from where we are.
Wait, why not?
Well, I don't have a grappling hook to shoot a rope over.
Kalakath, how far away is Arya?
Arya is about 35 to 40 feet ahead.
Do you need just to give him the whole rope?
Well, ideally, we would be able to be on one end, and we could potentially tie it around ourselves and have a little extra support should, things go wrong. But probably that wouldn't make much of a difference actually, because if the whole thing drops, even the person holding the rope would drop with us.
Yeah, but the person holding the rope will have a grappling hook.
That's true.
That
that's
apparently
true.
can hold all of our weights. Should he aim it up?
Yes.
And
Wha-
that's also assuming he can keep a grip on the thing with all of our weight.
While they're thinking
Right.
about that, I'm reloading the grappling hook, realizing that I might need it for later.
Oh God.
Hey, Zatira,
It's just
give me the end of
reeling
that rope.
in.
Here you go.
I take one piece of the rope and I say,
One piece?
keep a
Sorry.
It's real.
Keep a loose grip
Sorry.
on the other end of the rope, but do not let the other end slip out. You know what? Just hold the other end really tight. How about that?
Yeah, you know what? Jazira will do what you did before and tie it around her waist.
And I'll also hold on to the rope just to be sure.
Yeah, just to be safe. Calicath takes the other end of the rope and he tries to tie it around a perfume bottle that he holds in his inventory.
What's that supposed to do?
I like it. I like it.
Oh, you'll see.
Okay.
Hey, Arya! Or no, Calicath points at Arya and casts message again. And says, hey, listen, pal. I'm going to need you to step out into the open as far as you can and start waving your arms at me. Just make yourself look as big as possible.
Jazira knows where this is going and does not like it.
For a superstar like me, anything like that is possible. And
Thanks,
I-
bud. That's great.
I get up on top of the railing and strike a little pose, but not too much on top of the railing that I'm viable to die.
So, yeah, Calicath...
I see this motherfucker hitting a JoJo Part 4 pose.
Oh yeah.
Calicath tosses the tied perfume bottle in the air 2 or 3 times and casts catapult on Arya.
On Arya?
Arya, I think you have to make a
Arya.
dexterity saving throw,
Let's see.
and you could choose to fail.
Yeah, it's got to be a dex saving throw.
I can choose to fail.
It's your call.
Yeah, I'll fail this. I'll fail this.
You're looking at Calicath, ready to
down.
help out a buddy
Crash.
before
Ow.
like perfume shatters under your face and you take X amount of damage as it just
Oh,
blasts into your
like-
face.
Grab that
14
rope.
damage.
14 damage. Jeez,
damage.
it shatters. There's like
Buddy.
coughing, like perfume gets into your throat. It's burning.
Right, you should have
blast.
saved. It still would have hit you. You just would have taken half damage.
No, Arya didn't know it's coming.
Didn't know it was
He
coming.
didn't.
Jesus. And with it
Hey,
is a
grab that
rope
rope.
like in your mouth, like a noodle.
Ah.
Calicath yells instead of message this time. You've got the other end. Hold on to it.
I yell back, "This is why I hate magic users. You're supposed to have telekinesis."
Don't
What's-
drop
what
it
that
or I'll
was?
have to throw it back.
I hold it, and while I'm holding it with one hand, I'm healing myself.
Jesus.
Oh.
I gotta say, that was probably the most satisfying thing God has given me today.
That was pretty entertaining. I'm gonna keep that in my memory banks for a long time.
That's
Is
fine.
Silvervine even worth it anymore?
I hate him less now. I don't know. I don't know why I'm even still here.
Well, this isn't about the silver vine anymore, is it? It's about getting rid of why.
Well, I mean, just a little, half and half for me. Bastard stole what was mine.
Right. So let's
Right.
get the bastard who wronged us.
Now that he has the other end of the rope, Zatira, what's your plan?
Well,
Ugh.
let's put on these harnesses. We will hook them on to the railing, and that should make sure that we have a bit more secured in our crossing, that we don't just straight fall off. Now, the
Well.
structure of the bridge is what the rope should be for, in case that fails.
Hell yeah.
Alright. Fuck it. Oh, wee ball.
Yep.
What
Do-
old
we
Nadine
do
used to
ball.
say to me before she blew up.
Or you blew her up?
Before Nadine blew up. I
Right.
attached a harness to my body.
Zachiro will try and inch forward first with their harness on.
As
As
I'm
you guys
also putting my
progress-
harness on, I say it under my breath. You blew her up.
Hmm.
I'm holding my rope after healing myself. They
Good job,
smell really
Arya.
nice, but at what cost?
You smell
Amazing
great.
work, Arya.
Thanks.
Zatira, I want you to roll a dexterity check with advantage.
Okay. That's the first.
Ow.
Then 17 total.
Oh.
As you progress,
Ah.
you
Eh?
make it across with minimal problems and troubles as you silently maneuver your way through. First one to make it.
Ah.
Who's next?
Oh, hey,
I
Zatira.
guess I'll go
Hello.
next. Wish you luck.
Calicat?
Astrid. And I will begin making my way across.
As you take a step out to the bridge, there's that terrible metallic weaning. And I want you to roll a dexterity check with advantage.
Mm, 16.
16.
Nice.
You progress,
For the advantage.
make your way halfway, 3/4, 4/5, and you make it across.
All right. Come on, Astrid.
You got this.
I
You got
hope.
this, Astrid. Hopefully.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. I've been nervous only 9 times in my entire life, and this has made it to number 10. I really don't feel comfortable standing on this. Not even a little bit. But
Well,
You wanna,
just
like,
be brief
3
about
times
it.
my weight. Arya, get
But-
the grappling hook ready. If he falls, shoot him in the chest with it.
Zatira, hold the
I
grappling
think
hook.
all of our weights combined will be heavier than him.
Zatira, hold the grappling hook and aim for center mass. I'll be holding the rope.
Satira
Wait.
almost falls to the ground with the weight of the thing.
Your party's like, yeah, come over. They're all three holding one grappling hook aimed right at you.
We're
Okay,
the Power Ranger
11.
pose, ready to hit him with our ultimate weapon.
11.
Was that with it?
no, I was like, no. Let's.
Okay.
That was the joke. It was like, oh, I'm number 11 for me
Oh.
being nervous now. My friends are pointing a crossbow at me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was your role.
That's
No,
really funny.
God in heaven. Okay, just a dex check, no
Check.
acrobatics, just dex.
Just
Straight
deck.
dex.
Unless you choose to
With
do something
advantage.
different than
Okay.
walk across.
Okay.
Do some crazy step
What?
of the wind running along the rail like you're a feather.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
How far is that distance?
It's
That was-
35 feet, I think he said.
35 to 40.
35 feet. How far can you jump?
Bless you. Bless you,
You got
Cal.
this, man.
What are we doing, Astrid? What are we doing?
I think. Well, damn it. I think I can make that actually. You know what?
Animal handling.
Bonus action. Step of the wind. Nope. Fuck that. I'm not doing that. I'm checking
No,
it
go
out.
for it.
That's great.
No, I love it. I love
That's
it.
great.
Advantage dex check. Here we go. Here's the first one.
No.
Okay, a 14 or a 14.
14. I mean, listen.
That's only 2 below mine.
It's not bad.
I mean, I made it across with a 13, you know.
Oh boy.
Astrid, you take a step out, and the metal that you stand on slightly buckles a bit as you put your weight onto it. This bridge, made for humans and rusted some ways. Each step, there's a slight bend in the entirety of the bridge, and that terrible creaking comes across. You're holding on to. You got yourself hooked on, and you're holding onto the rope. Got all your safety nets as you're taking your step across, and you make it about a quarter of the way there. and the whole bridge slightly shifts a little bit as the winds kind of move it, and the water kind of rolls. Taking a few more steps, you make it about halfway across. And you hear a whisper, "Take him." Each step, as you guys are seeing this Goliath make it across, like he's weighing down, like the bridge itself in the middle starts to bend downwards, like you would like a boot, kind of like tearing it from both ends, kind of pushing it downwards. Makes it halfway there. A quarter or 3/4. And there's a small snap in the metal behind you can hear before it has a step. It starts kind of like rolling its way up the bridge before you quickly take a few more steps and you get into the middle.
Wow.
Hey, Astrid. Glad you could make it.
See, not a big deal.
All right, put the crossbow down. Oh God.
Yes,
Alright.
Zatira, what were you doing with the cross? Oh, yes, thank you. What were you doing with my crossbow?
We had complete
The
faith
unholy
in you.
things I'm going to do to Y when I get my hands on him. It's gonna make me look like an actual villain, cause that was awful. I'd rather fight Canton Print again. That was awful. I hated that.
Wow,
Okay.
strong words.
Okay, guys,
Mhm.
let's go. I don't like falling.
Well, you're gonna hate this part because we're gonna have to go down.
What? We're gonna fall?
We're gonna attach our little harnesses to this cable, and I'm assuming we're gonna carefully slide.
And we can use our harnesses for this, right? Or is that not?
Yes, us,
Well, there's
those with
4 of us.
harnesses.
3 harnesses.
We didn't take any of ours off yet.
Don't intend to.
Well, I guess I have my trusty grappling hook. I aim it down into the hole.
That's a terrible idea. You're gonna go
Do you
down
fire?
faster.
No, I don't fire.
Aw.
That would be very
Aw,
funny.
fuck you, Rose.
DM
Rose
buddy's about to
wants
see a
it.
Suicide.
Rose wants it. Rose is ready for the next character.
What are you guys doing, my friends?
Yeah, taking a smoke break and a shot of whiskey from being nervous. no, I'm kidding.
Uh-huh.
Sure will point out to Arya, you have like a cape, right?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I might take it off and make
Use
a
it as
makeshift
like a better
something.
Grip. Yeah, better grip on the cable so you can slide down, not damage your hands.
Yeah. Well, I also have these thick gloves too. So
Yeah, that
Arya
should
should go
help.
first. And I wonder if I have another perfume bottle.
It's good.
if this wasn't life or death, and also that your silly magic had no effect on me, I might be mad.
The small scars of shards of
Wow,
glass
very
being in your
punchy.
face would say otherwise, my friend.
What? No,
That
no,
was hardly
What's-
magic.
no. My face is always beautiful.
Somehow stronger than the sewer smell, huh?
Yeah, I don't know which one I like less. But I'm glad to be smelling this, so I guess it's a boon.
Thanks, there's a reason why I never wore it.
I don't know what you mean by that, but I'm going to take off my cape and make a little makeshift harness doodad and have more padding for my hands and see where this leads.
Arya's the first one to go.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Everybody sees Arya grab onto the wire, get himself situated before there's the sound of cloth against this metal garrote, and then disappears to the darkness.
Goodbye.
Well,
I guess I could have given him some of this rope that I had. I forgot I had extra rope in here.
yeah, I also had some rope, but I don't think it would be a good idea to like drag rope across a metal cable like that. It might saw through it.
Guys, can we just
See
go,
that
please?
claw?
Guys, please. Can we just go?
Okay. Zatira will hook up her harness and grab onto it herself. And have her boots closed tight around it and her thighs on it, as well as like a bit of extra control. And she will slide down.
The descent begins, and it's the sound of a heavy, almost like a really heavy set jacket zipper, as Zatira also disappears to the darkness.
Calicath takes a step forward and says, "Well, looks like I'm going next. Good luck again, Astrid." And he latches on, and seeing how good everyone else went down the wire, he leans back like he were just casually ziplining and sends himself skidding along the way.
He too disappears.
Come on, Astrid. Come on, you can do this. And Astrid will go too.
And as you go careening through the darkness, everybody who's on the wire feels that the direction changes about somewhere in the pitch black. And we'll go to our break.
Whoa.
Word.
Direction changes.
Whoa.
Going down.
Whoa.
Change. Whoa.
Break time.
All right,
Whoa,
we'll
like,
see
what are you
you
talking about?
guys
How
in
do you
5
change?
minutes.
I am Preparian.
Oh. Welcome back, everyone.
Yes. Hurtling straight towards a flat wall. Uh-oh.
And that my microphone was muted. We're back, and they went down deep. Okay, you went. Sorry, my microphone was muted. I'm gonna repeat real quick. You were going down really fast on the zip wire. Started taking a turn, and you splashed through a waterfall before you go hurtling towards a flat, smooth surface wall. And you're currently flying into it. What are you doing?
All right, I'm gonna do like the rappelling thing where I put my feet out, getting ready to spring back, to reduce the force.
All right, I got you. As you go in, you get your feet ready. You pull your body up. You tense, ready to stop that force. As you go right through the illusionary wall, flying forwards before like the change of weight makes you let go for a second as you roll onto the floor and safely land into a chasm.
Ow, 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 ow. First try.
Quickly after that, zoom, 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 3 others come through this illusionary wall, each with their own respective reactions to almost smacking face first into a wall.
Oh,
The cat just curls up while he was initially laying back on the zip line, just casually strolling along with it. And as soon as he sees the wall, he just curls up into a ball instinctively.
Astrid comes in with a flying punch, getting ready to break a wall.
Astrid's fist is the first thing through the wall as you
Oh yeah,
flying
you
in.
dumb wall!
You go, everyone finding their own various way of landing softly onto the ground. And before you is a large, what seems to be stone door with 2 lines going in diagonals that meet at the center and then have 1 line going straight down. It's a massive circular wall, almost like a door frame.
huh.
Huh.
What the fuck is this?
Ominous.
Well, I don't know.
Can I percept this real quick?
Absolutely.
It's behind an illusory wall, so it must have some sort of secrets. Let me do the percepty wepsy. Okay, someone else do the percepty wepty. I made a 7.
I would like to make an investigation check to see if there's like seams like where those lines are to see if it like opens weirdly, or if there's
Dark as
a
hell in
hidden
here.
mechanism as well.
Roll a perception check.
Oh, perception, not investigation.
Oh, sorry, investigation check. My apologies.
Okay. Total of 18.
18.
Christ almighty, you got a +9?
Looking at it,
Oh yeah, she's a
2
freak.
large lines that go at
Fucking
diagonals
nerd is what she
and
is.
meet before going into a large line downwards.
Mhm.
You see that it's a massive circular door with the letter Y in it.
Ah. Uh-huh.
I
And,
didn't see that. It's dark in here.
yeah. Uh-huh. And,
He's a maniac. What kind of guy has this big of an ego? I said, looking off into the distance, biting the bottom of my lip.
hmm.
The door itself is flush. It does not seem to have any contraptions or like items that would activate it. At least from what you could
Oh.
tell.
I don't feel like a gap like where this circular door like meets the wall where that shows that like it moves out of the way.
I see. When you run your fingers down the center of the wall, the Y, like the bottom of it, like you're running your hands up as high as you can, which does not meet the splitting point. You can feel that it is 3 different large pieces that come together to make the door, but there's not much more. There is a seam, but that's all.
Okay. I know that it opens weirdly, but I don't find a mechanism to open it from the outside.
I mean, we
Right.
could probably
I've
just
got an idea.
knock, right?
Well, we
Calcath.
probably don't want him to know that we're right outside his door, do we?
Oh yeah,
Cal,
sure.
I
Because the
don't think
zip
we
line
really
was
have a
stealthy.
choice.
Don't.
Calcath
Everyone step
walks
back.
up to the door.
Everyone step back.
Oh god, he's doing the. Oh god.
He's
I'm stepping
doing his.
back.
He's clearing debris. If you catch my drift, move
Yeah,
now.
We'll step 20 feet away.
Everyone backs the fuck up.
Calcath walks up to the door and
Can you try push it real quick, just to be sure?
gazes upon it for a minute. And
I want you to roll a wisdom check as you gaze upon it.
just a check.
Yes.
14.
As you're concocting a plan, something deep within you stirs. It feels like something in your stomach twists and turns. And the three pieces of the large door each disconnect before receding into the walls in their respective locations, one going up, the other two going down, as a large gust of dark mist starts to roll outwards.
Hey, you
Kira
did it.
raises an eyebrow
Well-
between the open door and Calicath just immediately opening it.
If I'm gonna be honest, that wasn't the plan. Nor was I going to blow it up, you jackasses.
You say that now
I
that you
was
didn't
just
have
gonna-
to blow it up.
She's got you there.
Just gonna say I was here.
Right. Apparently,
Yeah.
that's exactly what he was waiting for.
That's why we use our words. Now let's go.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yes.
was- about.
The man with 4 fists, and make sure to use them. Let's use our words.
I do, but not in a fight because I don't have time to talk. So watch that
Ah,
sass.
Of
As you
course.
guys step forwards
course.
Do
into
you see
the
anything
chamber,
beyond the door?
looking beyond the door, you see that the floor is wet and mucousy. It
Gross.
seems to be made out of some kind of
Gross.
slime or perhaps some kind of filament that kind of takes over. You can see that there are little desks of sorts in this spherical room. But you can't see much
Man-sized
farther.
desks.
The desks are man-sized,
Cal-
but
Calcath-
the room itself is massive.
Hmm.
Calicath takes a step back upon seeing the mess on the floor, and hold on, something was updating, and I don't know why. That's why I was lagging. Calicath takes a step back upon seeing the mess on the floor, and he begins walking backwards a little bit. I'm not going to touch it. We need to go in, but I'm not touching that floor.
Well, I mean, you can walk on top of it, right?
Well, that would be walk
That's-
on water.
Yeah, but that's basically. I mean, we're in
That's
the bottom
not
of the
water,
sewer.
That's gross.
Yes,
Hey,
you're pretty
DM.
strong, right?
DM, real quick. So I see this goo on the floor, right?
On the floor, and as you look into it, on the walls, and there's these long,
Okay.
stringy bits hanging from the ceiling.
I want to take my spear that I've acquired from one of the Red Guard, and I want to like poke at the goo and see if it's like, is it acid? Is it like some kind of weird melty thingy? Is it just what's it gonna do to this spear that I hold in my hand? So I like poke at it.
There's a squishy sound as the spear goes in, and as you lift it up, there's just this long, stringy material that's heavy, almost like maple syrup. But the spear looks fine. Doesn't look like there's anything harmful. The only most
gross.
harmful thing is the smell of, like, almost the smell of spoiled eggs. As eggs are in the air.
Gross.
Ugh.
How deep does
Let me
the
try to
spear
like.
go in? Like, how deep is it?
This room, very. I would say it's hard to determine. These chambers are massive.
Right. I mean, like, how deep did the spear go into the goo?
Oh, not very deep. Before it found a solid surface, it clinked after, say, a centimeter, 2 centimeters kind of deal.
Okay, so it won't.
Oh
it
wait,
won't
inch.
eat us.
Sorry, an inch maybe. I got it mixed up with centimeter, but yeah, an inch or two.
Right.
Astrid, you're pretty strong, right?
Yeah.
Can I sit on your shoulders?
Now it's a little late
What?
for having a fun little piggyback ride, don't you think?
Zatira,
I
that's a
mean,
new crossbow. I think we all see that. So you still have the old one, right?
Yeah, I have both.
Can I borrow the old one?
Sure. Do you have ammo yourself?
No. Just a couple bolts will be fine.
Alright, fine. I
It's
think
not
you
like
would have
you'll
had
miss
one of
any.
these your own. But no.
Well, Calicath takes the crossbow and a few bolts from Zatira. Astrid,
Cal, is there something about this goo that you're not telling us? Because you're
Yeah, you're acting pretty weird about
you're
this.
pretty primed to touch things from past
Yeah.
experiences with you. What's going on?
I mean, I get
Are you
it, it's
hiding
pretty gross, but this is particularly strange.
I'm not hiding anything.
Insight check.
I would just prefer not to touch it. You guys will be fine, I'm sure.
Right.
Sure.
Then walk like the rest of us. What the hell's the matter with you?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Let me sit on your shoulders.
You could sit
No.
on my shoulders.
I'll carry you
want.
though, but
How
you're not gonna sit
tall?
on my shoulders.
How
Just let me
tall
sit on your
is
shoulders.
this,
That way I can just fire a crossbow if anything happens and we'll be fine.
Wait a minute. I think I have
Be
a
like a little
solution
turret
to
on
all
your back.
this. I think I have a solution to all this.
What's your
Hey,
solution? to
DM,
this?
how tall is like this chamber that we're gonna enter?
Looking at it, it's hard to determine because it's over 50, 60 feet.
Okay, so big enough for maybe a man to ride a horse on.
Yes. Very.
Yeah. You still have your horse friend with you?
No.
No? You can't bring him out again?
No.
You can't? Only one-time thing?
No. It would have been a twice thing, but
Would have been a twice?
Yeah.
I saw you summon it the first time. What happened to what about the second one then?
oh, I think I,
You
I
spent
was,
that-
yeah, spent that somewhere.
Oh.
I had to help Calicath do his weird magic thing. Remember
Which one?
when he was finding this location?
Oh.
Did you not just tap me on the back?
No.
Oh well.
Yeah. I'm
Ugh.
afraid I cannot help you in this matter.
No more horse?
No more
Fine.
horse.
This is getting us nowhere. Okay.
No,
Come on,
no
Cal.
moss. No moss
Come on.
horse.
Come on. Uppies. Come on.
All right. Thank you.
Uppies.
Uppies.
Ashley,
Zatira,
why
do you
don't-
want to be carried too, Zatira?
That would be nice, but I don't think
All
a
right,
totem
come-
pole of
come
a
on.
totem pole of people would be no, don't worry. I'll be
I'll get-
a
I-
bigger woman, and I
I
will
would
deal
love to.
with the gross goo.
Ashrid, can I get on top of you?
How tall is Arya?
6 foot.
6 foot.
But
And
he's
in
also
full
quick.
metal armor.
Yes.
Okay. Take a rain check next time, buddy.
Ashrid, you never pick me up.
Calicath climbs onto
You never asked.
Astrid's shoulders.
I feel like
Alright.
this is
And equips his-
discriminatory.
His new temporary crossbow. Thank you.
How's it feel being tall, buddy?
It sure does.
Great. Let's go.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's.
fine. You convince me. I hop onto Arya's back.
Oh,
Look at there.
yeah, okay. Let's go.
And so our team of
Carrying
mounted
the-
sentry turrets make its
I
way
I wanna show a fist bump to Arya. Like, look at us carrying the ladies. Look at us go.
Yeah, let's go. We're out here. Wait, no, Calcath's not a lady. Wait,
That was the joke. Jokes go over your head. I'm sorry. You're from heaven. They don't have jokes up there, or shitters, or anything else ever. It's boring. Let's go!
they have shitters. I thought I explained. No. I guess
as
you guys
as
aren't
you
the
guys
ones
are making this
listening.
conversation as you step in. As you make it far enough into the room, the large door behind you closes.
That's not menacing at all.
And a
Zero.
dull light,
Oh.
though you can't tell where the source is from, fills the area.
Does this room look familiar at all?
Roll a perception check.
Oh no.
15?
Looking around the room, the first most startling thing is behind one of the desks is a person, but only his torso and up fallen to the floor wearing a golden mask. And looking further around, there are vials around on tables, small chambers with seemingly humans, but something's wrong with them, or elves, and there's something strange about them. Teeth that bare, necks that are torn, some still breathing in the mucousy chamber. There's these dogs that look like they're tearing themselves up and reforming in a slow but constant fashion. There's a centipede with hands pressed up against one of the walls, sitting there idly, maybe dead. The room itself is full with the smell of eggs and foulness. And something about this does recall back to something from far ago, long forgotten.
Cool.
Huh.
You know, I didn't
Place
want to say it.
sucks.
Didn't want to say it. I think this place is problematic. You know, I didn't want to be that guy. But yeah, this place sucks.
This place sucks.
Al, does any of this ring a bell, buddy?
No.
Yeah, Cal, you're looking paler than usual. I think I saw like a lump of your hair fall out again. Is that like normal or something?
Yep.
Is anything about Calicath normal, Arya? Yeah, be
Well,
honest now. Come on.
He's got two hands. In no offense, Astrid.
What? Why would I take offense to that?
You have four hands.
No, he doesn't. Look at him.
Yes. See, look.
You know, that would get me if this was 2 days ago, but I learned the definition of gaslighting recently. So,
Well, that's horrible to hear. Are there any doors, for the love of God, DM?
There is another one of those large doors. The room is full of boxes, things strewn about. The researcher or the individual seemingly severed. There's still a lot in this room, but there is a door that leads outwards.
Is there anything that catches my eye?
Roll a perception check.
Well, okay then. Hey, let's go. A 7.
Okay, what were you
that's a
looking
lucky
for?
number.
I guess just maybe. You said there was a desk, right? So I guess maybe papers or like something. And you also said vials, so like papers, and see if I can see any more vials in the boxes, or if there's like a gross,
as you're
goopy
looking over,
storage area.
There's one vial that kind of catches your attention. It's maybe 4 centimeters deep into a especially large pile of goop that would be easy to pull out, and it glows with a small redness to itself.
Ugh.
Can we identify like what that redness of that potion like means, like its effect?
If
Can
Astrid
we tell what
raises its
potion it
attention,
is?
if Astrid raises it to your attention at the moment, you guys are all scattered through the room looking.
Oh yeah, of course I do.
Okay.
I wouldn't
Guys, gross potion.
I guess
You-
I'll like lean over and like rest my elbows on top of Arya's head and can I make out if it's like what sort of potion it might be?
After it gets pulled out, you could roll an Arcana check on it.
Okay, let me pull gross
Just that
vial
same,
out.
like, gross spear, just like nudge it out of there,
You
Yeah,
should
kind of
smell
just
it,
like,
personally.
kind of just like scrape it out of the goo pile.
There's a
Use a
As it
ghost
sucks
hand to
out,
hold that, you don't want
there's
that.
a bit of suction behind it as the piece of almost skin-like, almost goo-like material it begins to deflate from the void of that object as you pull it out.
Gross.
Huh. I hate that.
You just want your like ghost hands to touch that. You don't want to actually get that on your fingers.
They're not ghost hands. I've told you this before. Now look at the vial.
Yeah, they really just don't listen, do they, Astrid?
What'd you say?
Exactly.
Zatira,
I'm kidding,
roll an
buddy.
Arcana check.
Oh, I know.
The two of us?
That's
You say
Zatira.
Zatira? Oh.
Yeah, but it's too gross for me to really tell anything about it. That film is.
What did you roll?
I rolled the natural one with a total of 4.
Oh,
Yeah, as you look at it, it's covered in the filament. It's hard to tell even the color of hue. The only thing as you're
So I-
looking at it and you flip it upside down is through the see-through mucus, a small eyeball rolls up to the top and looks back at you. Not like intentionally, but just a dead eyeball.
Gross.
Ugh.
No.
Cal, do you know what the heck that potion might supposed to be?
I can take a look at it. Here, pass it.
Well, here, I'll
Down.
scrape more of it off and just hold it up to my my little turret. Hey, here, buddy. Here, take a look at it.
Your turrets.
I lift it up and I hold it by the cap and I lift it up and I swish it around a little bit. I know what this is, Rose.
Roll an Arcana check.
With advantage because I said so.
Yeah.
No.
Never mind.
17.
17.
See, look at there.
Hey,
It's
yeah.
a
good
mundane
job,
health
Astrid.
potion.
With an eyeball in it?
Mundane.
The eyeball is like a garnish, I think.
Oh. I mean,
believe so.
I guess they just didn't know how health potions worked.
You
I
know,
pass it back
I guess
down
not all
and I say-
recipes are the same.
I pass it back down and I say, well, if you drink this, you'll feel better.
That's
Oh. Nice.
well, all
So
right.
you don't get any of the mucus in your mouth, though.
Yeah, let me just
Yeah,
let me.
recommend that part.
No, that's
Avoid the
fine. Let me
eyeball,
s-
too, if you can.
let me
Rather
scrape
shove
that
it
off.
on top of it.
Yeah. I'm
Rub it
working on it.
So we should drink
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
I'm gonna
It's-
use
I would
some of
recommend
my-
don't.
some more of my spear to try and like just get it off, just like trying to shake it off and splat it on the ground. Or does it just drip naturally? Because you said it has like the texture of syrup.
Yeah, it does drip a bit, and as you wipe it, it kind of like gets on it, and then you kind of flick it to the floor, and it just kind of like has
Okay.
long strings that kind of like attach it wetly.
Gross. I guess we'll hold on to this.
Do you want to? I think we're good on that
Yeah,
front.
I would rather simply not drink it.
Yeah.
I could take
what?
the
Last
eyeball
resort.
out.
Let's
Let's
just
just
hold on.
Last
to it.
resort.
Let's hold on to it.
Yeah, it's last resort health potion.
Maybe we can sell
Last
this.
resort health potion. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah.
No,
Well, I
Rather
will.
die than drink that.
I don't know.
Well, you
I
drank,
don't know.
perfume already, so what's an eyeball?
Yeah, not intentionally.
Well,
And
shoulda,
as you
coulda.
guys are chatting, the door up ahead opens. The large circular triangle makes a Y kind of deal. Each of the triangles disappear into their respective surfaces. Excuse me. And there's a big gust of wind and it's almost that you can see like little pieces of sparking lightning in the wind starts to bellow through the halls and through the tunnels and begins to fall into its way into the room, arcing off of the ground and arcing off the walls. I want everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Hell yeah. It's time. Oh, saving throw?
That's an
Yes.
8.
An 8?
16.
16?
6.
6?
Oh, wait, Arya, do you have like an aura thing that applies to saving throws?
Oh god, I wish.
Oh yeah,
Astrid?
you're level 6 now. You should. It's a 5.
5?
No, I'm level 5.
Zatir and
How'd you level
Astrid,
up?
as
did
the
level.
wave of psychic energy blasts you guys just a step
level
backwards,
6.
just a little bit, like a gust of wind, you guys hear a voice kind of slowly creep into the center of your minds.
Yep.
Brought him?
And delivering to you.
Who's
Yeah,
him?
so we can kill you.
What do you mean him?
Oh,
Bring
I'd rather
him?
not.
What is that? Who's him?
He's talking
Calicath?
about
I
Calicath.
think he's talking about Kalakath.
Calicath.
Calicath slowly like shrinks down into Astrid and says, "For the love of all that is holy, please do not bring me to him."
Well, you're on a man that has to get really up and close and personal in order to punch things, so...
Oh, I'll
Yeah.
be off long before that point.
Alright.
I guess if this is what we're doing,
Oh,
let's go into this next room and maybe
What?
not give Cal to him.
what do you want with me in the first place?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Let's ask that thunder thing.
There's no reply,
Oh, fuck you.
but you can hear movement down the halls. Several pieces of armor clattering, people moving. And some strange indication gives you that perhaps this message was not specifically for you.
Huh.
Okay.
You send it in his minions.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. What's the plan, everybody?
Well, DM, could we determine from the fact that he just now told Lisbon to mobilize that they know that we're in here?
You could probably deduce that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think the thunderbolt that just walked in here?
Bring him to me. Do you think they know we're here?
Yeah, we definitely have the stealth here. Honestly,
Alright.
I have a vague idea, and hey, DM, I'm going
Mhm.
to pick up that desk and make some makeshift,
Cover.
cover. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you flip over a desk, making cover.
This might help. This might help someone. It won't help me, but you know.
If we're gonna do this, I'm gonna hop off of Astrid,
A wise choice.
and I slowly try to crawl down from Astrid's shoulders.
Nothing besides the fear that you may have had within yourself really comes apparent as your feet hit the mucousy ground.
Well, let's hope it stays this way. Is this it? Are we ready?
I sure
Yeah.
hope so.
Let's let's go.
Astrid,
We have no choice but to be ready.
well said.
Your crux or crossbow. Ready yourself behind the cover.
Astrid cracks his knuckles.
Take aim.
Everybody
Arya
prepares
pulls-
themselves.
And Arya pulls out a sword.
there's the shing as the sword kind of unsheaths.
And it whistles a little bit because it has holes in it.
And it whistles. And the room
Can't forget
goes
that.
quiet. The shuffling outside begins to also go quiet. And the roof begins to drip. Drip. A little bit of water starts to pool. And it begins to rain in the room that you guys are in.
No.
Hey, this isn't
Styr looks up.
good.
As you look up, the mucousy lines are dropping more and more, almost like a salivating mouth kind of falling down. A large globule falls onto your neck and shoulder and kind of runs down your chest. Like everybody's kind of getting a little bit drenched in what feels like this mucousy, wet rain.
It's suddenly picking up like can she tell if there's a creature up there, or is this like something else?
Oh yeah,
It's
like
hard
this
to determine.
whatever. Xenomorph, that's it, yes.
Right, the walls are also liquidy and running down, and it's hard to determine. It's like you're in a mouth.
Oh, I hate that.
Can we see if there's more of the mucus over at the other room, and just this room is like starting to fill up?
As this
Yeah.
room's slowly starting to fill up, and it's slow. It's only gotten up to your like less than your ankles, but it's all running its way down into that room and leaving. So that would be an exit.
Okay, so it's
we've gotta
leaving,
move forward.
pouring into that room.
Yeah, like as though that were a throat being swallowed.
Okay. Gross.
Whoa.
Um,
All right. Come on. Let's go meet him.
let's go.
Alright, let's charge in willy-nilly. I charge
Who's it?
in willy-nilly.
All right, you rushing in
first?
first.
Yes.
Leroy Jenkins.
I'll go
Leroy
behind Arya.
Splankins.
Satyr
As
will
you
be
guys begin
behind
to-
Astrid.
Or is it here behind Astrid? Astrid, where are you?
Behind Zatira. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I'll go third.
Hee hee.
Third. All right. Calicat second.
Yep.
You guys begin to run through. The walls become this more cavernous base as you guys run through, and the liquid that you're stepping in gets a little bit deeper before it gets a bit more shallow as you guys go through. And there ahead of you are several creatures, several humanoids standing there, one much larger than the rest. A bugbear. Let me move you over.
Oh no, a bugbear? You mean like the bugbear that we saw, the bugbear, you know?
A quite large bugbear stands in this mucousy, large room, and beside him are several golden masks.
Wow. Oh
Is there
no.
any other like weird and crazy effects we see going on with this bugbear?
His body, his left arm is broken. His eyes you cannot see. He looks devoid of any life, but he stands nonetheless. His body almost like a rigid statue. And the other humanoids also look worse for wear. Their bodies torn and and ripped. Some missing arms, others torn. You can see dried blood on their clothes. They're all worse for wear in that regard.
So not even like really alive, just being puppeteered, like even from death.
That would be practically the case.
It's
And they
wild.
do not really make eye contact with you as you step forwards. The bugbear, with his only good hand, grips onto his mace that hangs loosely in the slimy mucus.
Oh. Upon entering the room, can Kalikath re-equip his ring?
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. They all kind of stand blocking your way, but they don't react. They don't move immediately. They stare and wait and watch.
Satyr will move like a little bit around a corner, like from behind Astrid, and take like a hide action to like have them not entirely like see her, and she may potentially get one, have cover, and two, maybe have advantage in taking a shot against one should they try anything.
All right. Roll a stealth check as you take a step back there. Is anybody else doing anything?
Yikes, that's 11. Gosh, I'm
11?
rolling very poorly right now.
I think while that's happening, I would cast Shield of Faith on me real quick.
Shield of Faith as you equip yourself. The beings before you don't react. Like they don't even really seem like they recognize you as combatants at the moment. Shield of Faith does apply. Anybody else?
I'm shiny now and smell good.
I think I'm all right. Maybe they won't bother us.
Yeah.
They have one mission
No, I'm good right now.
All right. And they seem to wait as though they are meant to be reactionary. They don't take a step forwards to you. And the large one, the bugbear, does make eye contact with you all. But eye contact, his eyes, you can definitely see there's a grayness in them, just kind of peering through the mask. There's a lack of life within him.
Hey, bugbear. Or no? Hey, why? What's the point of telling them to come and get us if you're just gonna do it yourself?
Your mockingness kind of like echoes to the room, but doesn't give much of there's not much of a reply to it.
Well, I guess Y is a stinky, stinky little egotist.
Is that even why? I was expecting something a little more godlike, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, maybe something cool
Something more
instead of...
protective.
Yeah. I mean, he's kind of just... I don't know, maybe a mouth. This whole thing kind of feels mouthish. Like we're entering the belly of the beast.
Will you let us pass?
There's a second where there seems to be some kind of pondering. For the lack of like movement, they all seem to kind of think for a second and take that in.
And a voice bellows. I'll take Calcath.
I meant as a group.
I have
Yeah.
no interest in them.
I mean, that's cool, but we're kind of like a bundle thing. It's not like a menu.
You're still getting them, just with a little bit extra.
Yeah, and then we're gonna punch you in your little stupid small little face.
Talking with you, kind, is a waste, and I'm aware of that. Either these ones will kill you, Calcath will come to me, or the mucus will drive you in. Either or. I have the vibe. I have all but him.
What exactly do you need him for, then? If you have the vine, should be good enough.
I mean, he probably needs like a body, right?
You know, why specifically Calcath's?
Well, I mean, Calcath's body is pretty easy to be controlled, no offense, Cal. But in the past
I don't
24
know,
hours,
look at
I've
the
seen
rest
like
of these guys.
faces on you and different eyes and growing things.
Well, he would have done it sooner if he could just puppeteer them that easily.
Well, now he has the vine.
Right, so what does he need Count for, though?
I don't know. You can ask him. He's right there.
I
Well,
know, I'm
he's-
speaking out loud. That's why I'm speaking out loud, so he can like interject and with his own answer.
I don't care to entertain you.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you're not very entertaining, so that's good.
Honestly, I'm getting a little bored just standing here.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yes?
I hate your kind.
Out of kind. What are
Wow.
you exactly then, huh?
Kill them then.
Okay, fine. I will take the first shot at the center bugbear.
With that, an arrow flies as the bugbear begins to step forwards, and we're going to go ourselves into initiative.
Woo! Initiative!
I miss. I'm just saying I miss.
No, roll your initiative first and then do it.
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
God, I'm rolling
Dirty
bad.
20 for initiative.
Dirty 20.
A
All right,
tw-
that's going to be a dirty 20
A
for
12.
Calicat. And that's a 12 for Jostan.
And then 11 for Arya, right behind Astrid.
11 after
I rolled-
Astrid.
I rolled an 8.
8. Oof.
Boo.
And that's
No.
going to be for Zatira.
I'm kidding, Zatira. I'm number 1 Zatira stan.
I'm
All
a
right.
2 sub.
I'm a 2-3 sub. I've drawn
Two-three
fan
sub.
art
Say
of
my
both of our
name.
characters.
Say my name for 2 seconds, please, and forget about me.
Please.
Yeah, you viewer,
3.
random viewer.
Let me give you
she said my name.
$1,500 and then tell your boyfriend that I gave you that much. Oh god.
Wow.
That's stupid. That's really funny. Goodbye, Zatira. I'll write stuff down for you.
And then him.
He's just going to pee, dude. It's not like he's going on a journey.
See you in 2 to 5 business days.
Yeah. Especially with Grace, and
All right,
he'll be
Zatira, roll
back
to
in
hit.
like 30 seconds.
Zatira missed.
Yeah, Zatira missed.
All right.
She rolled an 8.
She rolled an 8.
Yeah.
She
Unless
says,
that
fine.
hits.
As the crossbow, bink, rolls off of the wall, and the gold mask up above loads up its crossbow and fires down. He's going to attack at, I would say, Astrid.
Oh, a
Natural
terrible
one.
mistake. Ooh.
As the
Astrid.
arrow fires upwards from
I
above
catch
you.
it.
I thought it. Okay. All right. Do I have to
care.
roll damage?
I catch it. Nope. It has to hit me, but I catch it because he rolled a natural. I'm just trying to flavor it. I catch it. Snap.
Oh, got
Oh,
you,
it's
got
bad.
you.
I thought
Sorry,
he
that's a
like
mechanic.
teleported the arrow.
Oh,
You do snag it out of the air and it snaps in between your fingers. Moving on over to Calicat, your turn.
How far away is the closest one to me?
Closest one to you?
And which one is the big one? Is he in, like hidden in the center, or?
The closest one is 30 feet away from you. The biggest one is the bugbear that's 55 feet away from you.
Gotcha.
55.
Are they up high, or is that somewhere I can reach but just walking?
All that's straight. It's level. It's basically level ground up ahead.
Oh, that's good. I was
Those
about
those
to ask that.
those rocks though, they stand very tall.
About this one here.
That one is within range. There's nothing blocking you there.
Okay. What I didn't know if that was like a higher area, if that was just rock.
No, it is just a little bit higher than the water. Not enough to be important. However, the actual the water itself will give difficult terrain.
Gotcha.
Not for him, though.
he's not real. He's
Oh, that's
walking
true.
on
That's
water.
true. As you run over the
True, yeah.
mucusy water.
I would like to sprint towards this one here. I can't remember how to be.
All right.
But
You hold
know
down
which
left
one
click
I'm
on the location.
Gotcha.
As you do, you go running over the water, each step after another. You make it there quite fast. That was the one who shot at Zatira.
Yeah. And as I close the distance, I would like to cast Booming Blade on my weapon.
All right. As you're running, the blade begins to hum with a glow.
And I will roll to hit.
All right. Roll to hit.
Ooh, a 19.
Yeah.
That will hit.
Hell yeah.
Whoa.
Hell yeah. Blow him
Right,
up.
let's see here.
Blow him up.
Ooh, hold up. Ooh, wait, I'm cooking. I'm
Cook it
cooking.
with it.
That's
Cook with
max.
it. Lean
I'm
with it.
cooking.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
And,
okay.
I'm cooking.
He's
Oh,
cooking,
okay.
ladies and gentlemen.
Cooking.
As I'm sprinting towards the bugbear, I draw my blade from my back, and as you hear the hum of it, Kalakath grows closer and closer with a and once he makes it within range, he skids across the water, treating it as if it were just earth, and makes a diagonal slash from top right to bottom left, leaving a vibrating pattern along the creature he had just hit for, how much was that? 12 damage.
12 damage. As it does so,
Oh,
it
yeah.
slices upwards. The glowing line from where you slash it and the vibrating energy starts to move, and the creature takes one left step backwards before the energies explode and his body just becomes smattered over the walls and over yourself as he dies.
Oh shit! I was supposed to roll another d8, but that's good.
All right.
As it falls to the ground, Kalakath points to the one next to it. Doesn't say anything, but just a menacing point with a still vibrating blade.
A very dead, dull gold mask looks back towards you. All right. Is it then your turn?
And my turn. Yes.
It actually does make it to its turn as it's going to move forwards. It's going to take a strike out to you. All right. Let's see. Plus 3. 17, 18, 19, 20. That's a 20 to hit.
Oh, that'll hit. That'll.
All right. 4.
No,
5.
that doesn't.
So that's
that doesn't.
so. He takes his sword and slashes it into you. Although his body moves, his whole weight falls with it. And as it slashes into you, it becomes a pierce as he does 5 damage, stabbing into your shoulder.
As Kalakath takes the blade through his shoulder, he grips at it for a moment as if he were trying to pull it out, but does not succeed.
And as well as that, the creature does fall prone.
Oh, great. Kalakath nearly goes down with it once the blade pierces his shoulder.
All right.
Ooh,
Justin, your turn. Astrid, what you doing?
Okay. I will not allow another ally to slip through my fingers. I summon my astral arm as a bonus action, and I then start to run towards Bugbear.
All right. Let's see here. And are you using now? The water is rough terrain unless you dash, because of your mobility feat.
Now, I have mobile feet.
So
Yes.
terrain
Feet,
does
I don't
not
get affect-
Ever?
Terrain.
No, isn't it as long as he's dashing, right?
Yeah, as long as you're dashing.
Mm,
When you
Quickly,
dash, difficult
the
terrain
internet.
does not cost you extra movement on that turn.
oh,
Well, lucky for
Oh,
us,
lame.
you can dash with the
Sucks.
bony.
You already used
bonus.
the bonus action, though.
Ah,
There's
boo.
never mind. That's true, I did already. Well, then I'll just, Okay, without dashing then, how far can I make it with 55 movement feet?
Like
With
25.
50, you can move 25, and those rocks will block your movement. So you have to right click to change that location. So you can go forwards, downwards, and then to the right. You can basically get total of right here.
Yeah, you're right there.
Right here.
I think we're losing
Yeah, we're-
reception.
Oh no!
Oh.
Although I don't know if he can do much more with that turn other than use his action.
No, he's got darts.
He does. He
Uh,
does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Oh, there you go.
javelins and spears. Yeah.
He could either dash with an action or he could dart for sure, or he could do other stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, you got your throwing spears.
So I want to throw two darts.
All right, roll to hit.
Darts.
Okay. Two darts. Oh, that's 7. And then
7?
the next one is a or a 14 to hit, 7 or 14.
Unfortunately, both of the darts do slap into his body and his armor, and it kind of gets stuck within his chainmail.
All I can do, and I'll end my turn.
All right, moving on
Kelly.
over.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna make it over to or I put
Arya.
Justin, then Astrid. That's funny. Arya, your turn.
Hi, hello. I will do a silly little equip of my heavy crossbow, get behind
Alright.
Astrid, and aim for one of those tiny little guys
All
to
right.
the south of the bugbears.
Alright, roll
Whichever
a
one's
hit.
closest. I think it's the northern one. And I rolled a little 21.
A 21. That will hit.
Yes. And that little 21 will do 2 damage.
Wicked.
2 damage as the
Yes.
crossbow like fires, like it like makes a bellow in the mucusy slime. Like the wind kind of goes out and it just kind of finds its way and pittily hits his body.
Yes. But this is the grappling hook one.
Oh no! Okay,
Yes.
that changes
Which of us
things.
is heavier? Which
You
of
are
us is heavier?
as the body goes like it pittily goes into his body, and the half undead creature kind of looks at you before his stomach gets pulled forward, and he starts billowing his way, skipping off the water, rolling his way forwards, not able to fall. He gets wedged in between Justin and actually I'm gonna say this pushes Justin slightly upwards onto this rock as the body gets like just reeling its way forwards. I'm gonna give it plus 1d4 force damage as it gets stuck on the rock in between Justin. That's 1 damage. Oh my goodness! As his body kind of like falls, he's now in front of you in pierced.
Hey, how you doing? That's what we call fishing where I'm from. I drop the crossbow and have a little sword if I can do that. I have an extra attack. Is that
The
something I can do?
crossbow is a full action because it's like a total movement based spell basically. So that is like a whole thing.
That's
He does
totally
have
fine.
extra attack though.
It is an extra
So if you
attack, but the crossbow's not a weapon that's meant to be
Special
attacked with.
crossbow.
It's a special crossbow,
Yeah.
super big and
That's-
heavy. There's
Yeah,
no
that's-
time to do that.
Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. I think I don't have any real bonus actions to speak of, except after saying that cool line, I'm gonna harness divine power and charge up a 2nd level spell slot. That won't be
Alright.
used until much later.
Yes, that the end of your turn.
Yes, sir.
That becomes its turn as it's trying to reel back. It's going to use its turn to try to get the pierced, crossbow out of its stomach. And it rolled a 2 as it kind of loosely. You see its right hand gently grab onto it and like try to pull, and it cuts its fingers on the hook, and it's just kind of pulling like loosely, trying to rip at the cable.
Oh, that's okay. You can do it, guy.
Zatira, your turn.
Alright, so the dude that's like right in between Astrid and Arya, I'm gonna take a little crossbow shot at.
All right, roll to hit.
Yeah, with my +1 crossbow, criminy, that is a 9.
That
rolls are
unfortunately will not hit.
I'm trying a little too hard to make sure I don't hit my allies. And,
Yeah,
No problem. No
Well-
problem.
unfortunately it goes wide.
Those big boys, not space in between to shoot.
I guess Satira will get just a little bit closer,
Okay.
moving her movement is just in that position,
All right.
and that will be her turn.
Moving it on over to his turn. The bugbear finally starting to move. His body starts to pull. Each step he takes is this sluggish, big step. And with his large stature, it goes up to like his a little bit lower than his like knees. So he's able to move through a little bit easier, but not that much. So his penalty is 30 feet. All right. He's gonna move over here. And then take the dash action. Yep, you can do it with the dash. The bugbear's gonna move with a dash action and begins bellowing his way forwards as he gets right on top of Justin, standing over him with a large hand reaching out to grab at his head, but it's not That's the end of his turn. As it becomes this one's turn, he's going to go ahead and move his full distance. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's going to fire through that little crevice to try and hit you, Zatira.
Word.
8, 9, 10. That'll be a 10.
Yeah, it doesn't hit me.
As an arrow goes wide, unfortunately, not hitting you. That's going to be over to G4, which I think G4 is dead. So Kalikath, your turn.
G4, he says. Sunk my battleship, he did.
As the as the bugbear in front of me lies, or I believe he's still prone, isn't he?
The bugbear? Or the gold mask is prone.
Gold mask. Not
The gold mask is
bugbear.
prone.
Yeah, the gold mask is what I meant. Oh, as he lies prone in front of me, Kalikath is going to attempt to strike him with booming
All
blade
right.
once again.
Roll to hit.
Does he have advantage because the enemy is
Yes,
prone?
you have advantage.
Doesn't matter.
Yes.
Well, I'll roll again just because. All right, 22.
Yeah.
22, that'll hit.
All right.
Nice.
Hold on, give me just a moment.
Ooh.
That'll do, Daddy.
That'll do,
I'll
Uncle.
That'll do.
I'll roll my proper
Ew.
damage.
Ah,
Proper damage, she says. Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
6 and 8.
That's
what was
pretty
it,
good.
14. As the bugbear lies on the ground, Kalikath raises his blade into the air and it starts vibrating once again. And he twists it into the air 2 or 3 times before, with one hand, bringing it down over the center of the bugbear's chest, well, I guess his back, depending on how he's prone, and tries to pierce it into him with booming blade.
The gold mask?
Gold mask. Yes. I keep saying
All
gold,
right.
I don't mean to.
What was the damage?
14 damage.
14. All right. With that, as you pierce into him, again, there's another small explosion before he basically becomes a mist onto the ground.
Hell yeah, Cal. Taking out the
So we're finally
trash.
out of the way.
All right.
And
That would be
Kalikath's
G2's turn, but G2's dead.
Oh.
So,
I'm not
I-
finished with my
I think
turn, I'm
Kalikath
sorry.
is still going.
what else you got, Cal?
Kalikath whips around to the bugbear that's in the center and sprints towards him with hate in his eyes.
Now, it is difficult terrain, so you can only get up to 15 feet.
He has the ring.
I have
You have the ring! So, no, you don't. Never mind.
Yeah.
I have the
ring.
water ring.
He has
one
the one
ring.
ring.
The one ring to
And
rule
I
the battlefield.
Sprint up to the bugbear and skid in play, or skid up to him once I, make it there, and I wield my blade once again, ready to strike, and I'll end my turn.
All right.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
whoops.
Actually, can I? I know I said end of the turn. Can I move right here instead? I just realized that was within range. Or is it-
Yeah, that's okay. Justin, your
Okay,
turn.
Thank you.
Yeah, flanking. Yeah, flanking.
Yeah, flanking. We're good. We're good. We're smart.
Already has to be directly
Hey.
behind him.
Yes. All right, Justin. You got
Justin.
this.
We're losing a
Readdress
little
that
bit, so
satellite.
Yeah, Justin.
Oh, we might be losing reception.
Whoa, whoa.
Look, guys, how many more of those do we have?
Hey,
It's like,
let's go, let's go, let's go.
here we go.
Let's
Here we
go.
go. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Seeing big boy right there in front of me. I see my clear target. Okay. Oh no! Come on.
Oh, we're getting the fast messages.
He's speaking tongues!
Oh, he's in a whole other timeline right now.
Yeah. I hate when Astrid meditates too hard and you can hear.
You can hear him in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
We have to leave and rejoin real quick.
Yeah, he's saying, hold on. Well, I mean, it's a good thing he has that thing. That,
Yeah, it's a real great thing that he has that thing
that boosts his Wi-Fi.
that boosts his
Yeah,
Wi-Fi. It's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Totally
It would
should
be very
set up by
unfortunate
now,
if
right?
that were sitting in a box somewhere.
Yeah.
Has he?
It'd be very unfortunate if Cameron offered to help on that one.
Oh yeah, he was.
Justin, come on.
him a
Allegedly, I don't know anything. I don't know. I don't know his life.
I don't know. why he's- I don't know why he's
Allegedly,
talking-
allegedly, Cameron never got called to help. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah.
And there's been no verdict on the matter.
There's been no verdict.
Calico?
Well,
Did they both get hit? What the fuck? What is this?
oh my gosh, the whole
It's an
I
epidemic.
was attached to my. No, I left my room for a drink because I knew it was going to take a minute.
Okay.
oh that was
I
funny.
I have a
That's
microphone
unfortunate.
that's only in my room.
We
Yeah,
thought your
yeah,
whole
yeah.
district got Oppenheimered.
Yeah, you
What was
guys
that?
all just oh.
All right,
Oh,
he
he's-
left.
he's
Maybe
gone.
maybe trying to probably trying to rejoin.
Yeah, I think he's just leaving and coming back.
Yep,
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about the alleged crimes that might have been committed,
That he hasn't put in his thing yet.
possibly.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I haven't seen
While we're all
it. I haven't-
waiting, be sure to check out the
Yeah,
the official
Let me just
YouTube
stop the
channel.
music. Yeah.
You know,
Use this for
I mean,
promotional
We
time.
got a 3-minute break.
Yeah.
Come on, fellas.
Yeah, so it's quick break for the episode.
make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Subscribe.
Be sure to give us your credit card number. It really helps
Very
with the YouTube
important.
algorithm.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know, just remember what they say.
Skibidi-babidi-bop. Wada.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, something
That's
like
exactly
that.
what they say.
pretty sure that's what they say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
he's
he's back.
back. Start
Oh!
the
Right,
music.
give me a moment. Combat music begins.
So, Justin.
Remember to go to the official Mr. Sylvester Rhodes YouTube channel to watch the previous VODs and sessions, as well as the Reception Talk podcast, to see all of these, as well as our thoughts and discussions and questions going into deeper depth
Hello.
on things.
Hello.
Oh, hey, hello.
Oh, hey,
Astrid,
hey.
If you
how
want
you
to buy
doing?
a Calicath plushie, both normal and transform, go to pleasebuyMymerch.com.
Go
Oh,
to Shark Robot.
God, that-
Oh,
Cool.
actually, that's not real. I don't.
No,
there's
That's
nothing to
not
sell.
real. It's
Subscribe
not real
to
Let me see what
yet.
that website
Patreon.
is.
It's not real. Yeah.
It's not real yet. Justin, are you here?
Speak to us, Justin.
Please.
Oh god,
Divine.
that's Alfred's merch shop.
From the great
Oh.
yeah,
beyond.
go support Alpha Red's channel as well.
It's pretty
Yeah,
cool. It's
and how
still,
about
yeah.
those small streamers out there?
Yeah, those
Yeah,
small
those small
streamers.
creators. Yeah.
I hear that he's been. I don't know who this is, but I don't want to speak on any support. I don't know who this is.
Oh, he's cool.
Yeah,
You'd
he's
like
cool.
him.
He's cool.
Yeah,
And he's not at all
Mhm.
small.
he's not at all.
Yeah, no,
small.
I haven't met him, so I mean, how big can he be?
I think he's
Yeah,
like
you know-
7.5 feet tall.
Yeah, he looks
Okay,
pretty
hello.
small on my computer
Hi,
monitor.
Hey,
Oh,
Astrid.
hey, hello.
Okay.
All right, you're
Oh my
back.
god.
Hey,
I
And
want
you're
to do evil
clearer?
things.
fight him. You got this.
No, but I
Alright,
just
okay.
I rolled a hit twice.
What were your
What
what
did
were
you-
your hits?
What were your hits?
You asked the forbidden
only
question. What were you doing?
God.
So a
Oh,
12,
there's 12. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
22.
a,
Hey,
a 12.
22. Woo.
So that was with advantage, right? Because he's flanked.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. 'cause
yes,
like-
it was.
Very good. Very good.
So that's the
yes.
first. That's the first hit with that. So 5 damage to him the first time. Second
Alright.
attack. Here we go. Another 22 to hit.
That was
Wicked,
it.
wicked.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
Another
5 more
alright.
damage.
It's pretty solid.
All right. Stunning strike.
Yes.
Ooh,
Nice.
All right.
Stun his smike.
Stun his mic.
Con-
Con save, please.
All right.
Yeah. So
Ooh, that's a
simply,
good base roll.
simply get him to roll a 1 or lower.
I definitely do that. He has 18, 19. That's a
Ooh.
19.
Wait. I want to use
Oh.
my inspiration die. Make him roll again.
All right.
Ooh.
And he
Hell
rolled
yeah.
a 13
Hell yeah.
A what?
or 13.
That matches.
So
And
you
because
threw
he's
it.
instigating-
So yeah. You win.
Woo.
Okay.
So
he's
with
stunned.
that, how do you describe your stun?
Okay, so I hit him twice with my quarterstaff twice. I go bam bam, and then I spin it around, and then I open palm him in the chest to stun him.
Oh, sick! It hits him in the
Hell
side
yeah.
of the head, and then hits him in the side of the like the chest with your quarterstaff before you spin around and palm him in the chest in the center. All right, the key kind of blasts outwards, and the water kind of ripples. All right, that the end of
He
your
is
turn.
now stunned until the end of my next turn. Yes.
Amazing, Arya, your turn.
Arya will drop his little crossbow, pull out his sword, and slash at the imp in front of him. It's not an imp, but I'd like to call him that.
Roll to hit. As your crossbow, your fancy thing falls into the sludge and slowly sinks one side of it.
Yes, a dirty 20.
That will hit.
Excellent. Alrighty, I'm slashing at this little man. I rolled 9 damage, just hitting him, but trying not to hit the harpoon because I think I have only the one.
With that, how do you? So as your sword pierces him, what do you do? How do you want to kill him?
All right. Well, I'd like to make a. I'd like to make a circle, avoiding the harpoon, and pull out
Oh
whatever
God,
flesh was stuck on the body.
Gross.
Jesus! So you dig the sword in above the harpoon, quickly do a slice around and rip at the wire, and as you're holding the sword with the left hand, the wire with the right, you clink out and his heart's attached as you like basically Mortal Kombat fatality him as you rip out the harpoon, and the sword the body falls and the sword kind of like gently unsheaths him as he falls to the sludge.
Yeah, Lady Nadine taught me that. And with my second attack, I'm going to attack the big bugbear.
All right, stepping one step forwards.
Dirty 20.
That will hit as you step over the corpse.
Yes, that will be 11 damage. And you know what? I'm feeling a little generous. I think I will spend 1 spell slot and do. Let's see, it's been a while since I've done this. Divine Smite. Yes, that would be 2d8.
Oh Lord.
And this isn't demonic, is it? By any chance?
No.
Undead or fiendish?
No, unfortunately not.
It's not undead.
Not undead, actually.
Okay, good to know. That will be 11 plus 7 for 18 damage.
18 as you slice it, and as you do so, and the sword cuts through in a colorful explosion. A series of worms and bits slice out of the creature, bellowing out onto the floor and into the gooey material around you, similar to that of what you pulled out of Calicath's neck.
Oh, he's got spaghetti. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh.
Ew,
Oh,
ew,
no.
ew, ew,
Ew. Ew. I mean,
ew.
your days. No, I can't. I've got to be honest. That's gross.
Your days are no. Your days are
I end my turn.
All right, Zatira, your turn. It would be G3, but they are dead.
Hell yeah.
wicked. I will take a shot at the one who tried to take a shot at me.
All right, roll to hit.
Kia. That's a natural 1. I'm just gonna sit back and cheer on the team.
Unfortunately,
Like,
your crossbow misfires and it just cling. You hear like the sound of the wire, but it just snapped
Wait.
the arrow in the harpoon, or sorry, the crossbow itself.
Yeah, I'm just gonna step a
plays
little bit
domino.
more like. Yeah. Honestly,
Wait, on-
gosh, he took the curse.
Aren't all the gold masks dead? So
No,
No, there's just one gold
Oh.
no,
mask.
there's one down there.
Hiding.
oh word.
So I'm just stepping right
Oh,
here
I didn't
now.
see him. He's covered up.
Like just take cover from his
Covered
shots
up by
now.
y'all's
All right.
names.
It becomes
Not
the
by Yoda.
bugbear's turn, who is stunned, and it becomes the gold mask turn down south, and he's going to take natural 20 on a strike towards Calicath.
Dang.
Ooh, you know, I would have
Unlucky.
dodged that
Ooh.
personally.
I would have dodged that personally. Jesus, that's going to be 2d8.
What kind of
You
strike
grab that.
is it?
What?
Is it a crossbow?
Ooh, yeah, it's
What
a
kind of
crossbow.
strike is it? Got you.
What kind of strike? I don't understand.
No, I didn't know what he was attacking with. It's a crossbow.
Crossbow, yeah. So it's 14, 15 damage actually as the crossbow finds itself just
Ouch.
nailing right into the side of your head.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Into my
Cross-
head?
Well,
Into his
It
head?
it goes into the side of your head, and your body and your skin almost like recoils for a second as it spits out the arrow.
Oh, what?
gross.
Calicath, what are you?
Right.
Gross.
Well,
Hey,
you
hey,
are
Grayson, we're
very
adding
close.
We're adding that to the
To
list.
the cow doing sus things. This
Yeah.
should also add him opening the door instantly too.
Oh yeah, we've got to add a lot of things on there.
Yeah.
Oh god.
And then that becomes Calicath, your turn.
Woo.
As
Cow.
I need to know. As the crossbow bolt spits itself out of my head, Calicath, with his sword arm, rubs that part of his head and decides not to shout back, not in anger, not in anything, and walks behind the bugbear as calmly as possible.
Oh, all right.
Not, yep. Right here is where I'm at.
Oh, okay.
And taking a deep breath, I have advantage, right? Because he's flanked.
That is right.
Yeah, like
Mm-hmm,
And
Yes.
Taking a deep breath, I will try to strike him in the back with moving blade.
Roll to hit.
Oh yeah, I would have had advantage too. Forgot about that.
Oh. Does a 13 hit?
Unfortunately, 13 does not hit.
That sucks.
dang.
Yeah. That's...
Damn.
Will end my turn.
All right. Moving on over to Astrid, your turn.
Okay.
Beat him up.
So,
Beat him
I
up.
would like to roll to beat this guy up. Here we go.
You have
Hell yeah.
advantage because he's still
Do it.
stunned until the end of
Quarterstaff
your turn.
attack, number 1, with advantage. A 16 to hit the first time?
Was that with advantage?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Unfortunately, that does not hit.
A 16 doesn't
Dang.
hit?
Unfortunately, no.
Not it.
Does not hit.
All right, second attack. Here we go with advantage. 11 or 15. Well, those both
Unfortunately,
don't hit.
neither of those will hit.
Well, that's all right. Bonus action, flurry of blows.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Double
Yeah.
punch with advantage. A 21 or a 23 to hit for the first
That'll
punch.
hit.
That'll hit. 23. So 6 damage for the first
6.
one. And second punch, a 15 or, okay, a natural 1 for 6. So 6 damage in total. That
6
sucks.
damage
Wasted a
as
whole
you
key point for that.
blast into him. You basically your actual arms are punching into him like the Uda 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 as your actual arms are also punching over your shoulders. But only and through all the barrage you only do 6 damage, but it is still beating into this mania. Worms fly out of the creature and blood kind of oozes out.
Gross.
And I end my turn.
Gonna be honest. Gross.
All right, Arya, your turn.
Hi, yes, it is I, Arya. I will be hitting this bastard twice with a sword. If you guys don't mind.
All right, roll to hit.
All right. Natural 20 for 28 on the first
Oh
one.
my
That'll hit.
god.
And,
You know what you want to.
That'll do, baby.
Oh, I know what I must do. So, not only are we going to be doing 15 base damage, I will be using 1 spell slot to do, what is it, 48 damage?
What?
Divinely smite.
Jesus Christ!
Divinely smite with
How do you want to
crit.
execute him?
Alright, so it's 15 plus 23 damage for a total of
38.
38.
Good god.
That got him.
Alright. Well, it's quite simple. I put my sword through his chest and twist it and that twist makes a whistling noise that blows up into a beautiful rainbow thing, like a peacock covered in spaghetti, I guess.
And like that, he explodes, worms and spaghetti going everywhere on top of Astrid, Calicath, and you. It's like a big, as like you guys get just fucking basically Nickelodeon slimed.
Oh,
Gross.
guys, I'm sorry. That was disgusting. Gross. That's not what we wanted here.
Ugh.
Gross.
Gross.
At the end of your turn,
Oh, yes. I end my turn.
Zatira, your turn.
All right. So I'm gonna take another. I'm gonna step back here so that I can get another shot on this fool, and take a shot at him. That is a 19 to hit
That'll hit.
Yeah,
with the +1 crossbow. That is a total of 8 piercing damage.
8. That. All right, and with that, as the crossbow finds his body, he gets knocked off of his feet, and his body falls down to his back, and he goes cold.
Ah, finally.
Wow. Gonna be honest, that was pretty easy.
I
You know-
truly have taken on the domino curse. Every final shot I have is a kill shot.
Hey, congrats. Someone has to do that. Hey,
Uh,
where is Dom? Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Damn. Hey, why? We killed your guys, I said, reloading my crossbow.
I also read my crossbow.
There's no reply. Although during this time, the pool has gotten a bit deeper.
Oh.
Stuart's
Gross.
gonna like try and like step out of that goo.
You hop on
Yeah.
out.
Step out of that gross mucus because he said he's gonna use it to like pull us in, right?
Yeah, he did say he would do exactly that. That's gross.
I mean, either way we're going in, but let's go in,
Yeah.
on our own feet.
Yes.
Zatira.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Right.
Pick up the
Uh-huh.
gold masks these guys were wearing.
Whoa, Cal. What are you thinking?
What do we need them for?
If I'm not wrong, Ari here got paid 2,100 gold for one. And you work for the bastard now. Surely that should do something for you. If any of us are going to make it out of here alive, someone needs to get something for it other than me or Astrid.
That's true. It would be profitable. However, he did just leave town during the raid, so
Oh,
it would
you'll
be a
never see him
while.
again?
It would be a while, and the last person that held on to one of these things went mad. So,
I believe the last person that held on to one was Arya.
It's true. I was the one holding it, actually. And
And he's only slightly mad.
Yeah.
yeah,
Marta
well,
was
actually,
holding onto it for a while.
I'm not mad. I'm kind of pleased with how this worked.
All right.
Didn't seem to take you for the kind of person to turn down gold, especially not in that abundance.
I'm just gauging the risk versus reward.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, we can always come
DM.
back after we kill this dude.
Mm-hmm.
Because we always go back to the place.
DM, did you say this bugbear had a mace?
This bugbear did have a mace.
Can I pick up the mace?
Yeah, absolutely. As you
Boy
pick it up,
mace.
it's this gooey
It's covered in
mace.
the in his hand.
Has a wooden hilt and a basically a silver like actual metal ball at the end.
This is mine now.
Oh,
Take the
Trophy
mace.
from victory.
Cool.
I add it to my repertoire of weapons that I have picked up from fallen enemies.
This was the same.
If
gold
that's
mask,
cool with you, DM.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you go ahead and pocket that easily.
Word. Let me add that to my inventory.
well,
This is the
he's
same gold mask that was shooting crossbow bolts at us, right? The one I'm standing next to.
Yes.
I'll take some of those off and I'll pass them to Cal. Here, extra ammo.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. It might end up being useful for me.
Yeah. Did anyone get hurt during that, by the way?
Yes.
Oh.
A fucking crossbow bolt to the cranium.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I get you. I put my hand... Wait, you said you're good?
No, I just said I'm not dead.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and give him 5 HP.
As you do so, something feels off. But he receives 5 HP.
Oh,
Is it...
I typed 5 HP and hit heal, and then as soon as you said, but as you do so, I typed 5 HP again and hit damage. I was just expecting him to go, but actually.
but
But actually... That's
No,
funny.
he receives the 5 HP. But something, like when you place your hands on him, there's like a shudder between both of your guys. Like you guys both get a cool shudder down both your spines. Not like you don't know each other had it, but Arya, you feel like something's off, and Kalikath, you feel like something's wrong.
Hey, Kalikath, how are you feeling?
Kalikath looks to Arya with his many eyes and claps his hands along his chest and casts healing hands on himself. For 6 HP. I'm fine now. Why do you ask?
I just had a weird feeling when I healed you. I don't know. Something didn't feel right, like a weird feeling. You
It's
know.
getting weird, you know.
You gonna
It's just getting
elaborate on that?
weird.
Nah. Like a chill down my spine.
I'm sorry, did I offend you?
No. No, you didn't. No. Just wanted to see if you were okay, is all.
I'm good, aside from the crossbow wound in my head.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really see that, but a crossbow bolt to your head?
Yeah, normally
Yeah,
that
just
kills
kinda
people.
bounced off.
Right.
That doesn't. Okay, well. Just
Huh,
here,
I
add
was
that to
hoping
the
you could
list.
refer to them as thick skulls.
Yeah, thick skulls. DM, is there like a thing that indicates like a puncture wound that indicated that he would have been shot in the actual head with a bolt?
His head looks smooth and normal. His body, besides the eyes and the teeth that seem to be appearing in places they shouldn't, his body, I mean, nothing about him's particularly normal, but the wound itself seems gone.
Alright. Maybe getting roasted by God.
Oh, thank you for calling me God, but I just you know. Well, you know, we'll just remember the catchphrase we thought of this morning. Let's start heading
Are we
that
done
way.
here?
So Dira wants to take a closer
continue.
look at these bodies with their gold masks on them. It's like they
Roll-
looked like undead and broken, right?
Yeah, roll an investigation check.
Investigation.
Investigation.
That is a total of 22. She's taking
Damn.
a real close look at this one here.
Oh,
The first
hell
thing
yeah.
you'll notice is that the masks themselves are deteriorated, broken. There's holes in them, and they're quickly fleeting as the non-permanent mask do. And the second thing you'll notice as you look at it, the human that you're looking at right now has a massive chunk bitten out of the back of his back. He looks like the fact that he was standing was some sort of miracle. You can see various worms digging their way into his back, almost like botflies or what would be maggots. And although they're not white, they're like this orangish brown color. And as you go through each body, you find that various pieces of them have bits and chunks bitten out of them. Large.
Hey, DM.
Yes.
Actually, no. I'm sorry. You continue. I want to ask something when you're done.
Large gashes is what I was going to say there. Sorry.
Right?
The bodies look
Make
old.
out old. somehow make out what type of like creature could have made this white?
Ooh, roll a nature check on it.
I like that. I like that.
Oh, 8. I have no clue.
It's hard to determine. It just almost looks very odd.
Can Satira determine if the worms were in there like after the like post-mortem? The worms got in there post-mortem.
It's hard to determine in that regard if they were there post-mortem or if they were there pre. But with all the evidence that you've seen to this point, you can gather that the worms were allowing them to maneuver and walk around.
And they've just quit now.
It seems that the damage was too much for it to continue its movement.
Gross. Satira will step away from it. Yeah, so much for that Gold Mask profit plan. They're working just like the first ones we saw. Just disappearing. Also, I think these worms are contributing to their movement? I don't know. Whatever these were, these weren't living
Hey,
before.
DM.
Yes.
You said botflies?
Similar to that, like
worms
pussy,
writhing around.
like they're writhing around inside of the body, and they're
like
filling
blo-
in places.
Like blowflies? And what color are the worms?
Orangish brown.
Oh, like typical maggoty worms.
Yeah.
Not these spooky black worms that we may or may not have ripped out of Kalakath.
No, they would be similar. The orangish brown would be from the old blood, really.
Okay.
And wait, Satira, did you say that those were black worms that we pulled out of Kalakath? Is that
I think they were
Weren't they
black.
spaghetti colored?
They were like
He
spaghetti
said
colored.
he said they were like spaghetti and ramen noodles when you ripped them out and like texture.
Yeah. Like spaghetti color too, right?
I don't know about him saying spaghetti. I don't remember spaghetti color.
Well, I was gonna let the
Hey, can we not talk about my insides?
I'm just trying to make sure that
Alright,
you're not
sure.
going to be turned into one of these things.
Well, if we kill Y fast enough, I'm sure that won't be an issue.
I'm sure that they thought the same.
Yeah, but they didn't stand a chance against him. So let's get to move on, if you don't mind.
Yeah, let's start
I'd rather not
moving.
let my stomach spaghetti turn me into one of those.
Alright, let's start heading that way.
We'll walk along the rocks, closer to that door on the other side here.
And we will continue onwards, Mr. DM.
You guys progress forwards. It starts to get quiet. The path begins to become more of a trek for a while. And you begin to go deeper and deeper. The water or mucousy liquid kind of like seeping slowly past you like a river. And you guys have to wade through it a bit. And it takes a long time, but eventually up ahead you start to see a small glow. And it is a very gentle blue glow from deep within.
Oh, you better not have a bow and arrow.
Is it a familiar blue glow?
A gentle blue glow that you do recognize slightly.
Just Kalakath recognized?
Just Kalakath.
Oh, incredible. What's up? Take caution.
Hey,
Did you see
DM.
what's up ahead? Oh, sorry, I'll let you continue.
I'm sorry. Something was never clarified. The worms were spaghetti colored that we pulled out of Kalakath, right?
Right.
Okay.
Like-
yes. Just
like-
check.
Like iron and like blood kind of deal.
Yeah. Just as long as they weren't darker than that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, now I feel a lot better about the worms being inside Kalakath as well as those bodies.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Please stop talking about my insides for 1 fucking minute.
That was out of character. That was James asking.
Don't want.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yes, that wasn't Asher.
I thought-
That wasn't Arya
Yeah.
I
asking.
thought that was I thought that was them talking to each other again. Never mind.
No, no. In this case, it was.
Yeah,
Me and-
Arya said,
yeah.
"Hey DM" out loud.
Yeah, yeah.
I forgot he said that. I thought he was talking straight to Zatira again.
No, no.
Wow, trying
was
to make it
just-
all about you and your gross worms. Mm.
Don't have
Gross,
worms,
wormy
guys.
It's okay. One of my last characters.
My
had
doctor said
worms.
I'm clean.
And as you guys are
Doctor said
bickering and Arya's going on about, hey DM, and everyone's like, what are you talking about? You know, it's just moving along. Eventually the path you're on opens to a very, very large chamber. To the left and right, you can find that there's banks to the small river you guys are following. There's these blue glow and runes that right up on the wall. It's not perfectly in any in any shape or direction. And it sits the room sits there quietly. It's quite dark.
Ruins.
Almost, but not quite. Seemingly used. The room itself is in a very odd state.
Does it look like internal organ?
Looking for internal organ-based things. The walls, no. But some ways away, a large, meaty mass sits affixed to the roof, with 3 massive tendrils connecting it to the walls, and that is incredibly organic. It almost looks like muscle fibers, and it is massive. It sits there unmoving.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
I think I need to come a little bit clean about something.
Uh huh.
Oh, do
Finally.
you now?
Fucking finally.
Yeah, Zatira, I think I owe you some money for that one.
Nothing vitally important.
Oh, never mind. I'm not
Oh.
giving you the money then.
Hold on. Let's hear what he has to say.
During my supposed attack on you guys, with
Uh-huh.
quotations, I believe I was trapped in a place very similar to this. Rose, Dean, can we still see the blue runes from here?
The runes light up a circle around the big meaty sphere. And it lights up various parts of the walls. They're large written runes, and they speak various different languages. It's very odd to see. And I'll ping on each of these walls that are lit. You can see that there are various runes about.
Are these runes similar to what we saw on the inside of his endless spool of bandages bag?
They are.
Ah.
They seem like gibberish.
So, of course, it wasn't in significant detail,
Of course.
but it's why
Yeah.
I didn't want to touch the goo earlier. It
Uh-huh.
reached out for me and pulled me in, although it was easy for me to assume that it wouldn't do the same to the rest of you.
Right.
That's why I wasn't concerned about you touching. That being said, these blue rooms are rather familiar as well. I saw them, I believe, atop a doorway. And that thing, Kalakath points to the large meaty mass, it is not directly similar, but I recall seeing it in the dream, I guess, rather a nightmare as well. Although, like I said, it might not be the exact same thing, but I saw something similar. It was significantly smaller and only strung by one fleshy, I guess, rope wire. It was able to attack
Huh.
me multiple times with many tendrils. So I want all of you to keep that in mind but don't rely on it for proper information. Because it might
Keep our
not be
distance is
completely
what you're saying.
accurate. Yes.
And as you guys are whispering, there's a small rumble in the cavern, and you can see that large mass up ahead of you shakes a little bit before a big, similarly electrical blast kind of bellows out downwards and starts to like go over the water and roll its way towards you all. It hits it travels its way to the bank side and eventually goes over you all. I want you all to make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
I rolled low last time, so I have to. Damn it.
12.
Oh, hey. 15.
15?
17.
17?
9.
9. Arya, you're the only one that hears this as a voice almost reaches outwards.
I feel you.
Oh. Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do what?
What
Don't do what?
brings you in this room?
What do you think we're gonna... What? What kind of a question is that? What does that mean?
I'm asking you. What does that mean? What does he say?
Zatir, the giant blob thing is talking to me. Can't you hear it?
No, he's talking to you.
Oh.
Weird.
Well, you picked the wrong guy, I'm gonna be honest.
I'm honestly.
Yeah. Hey, why? You know what you could do for me? You could just, you know, show yourself in a easily packageable form, and we could do what we gotta do, you know? Surely you know what we're here for.
It looks at the giant meatball.
You say that, and there's no response. And while you were connected with him, you got this strange sense of confusion with it.
Oh no.
But it fleets and passes, and the wave of energy travels down the hall.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be honest. I was talking some smack, right? But this
Right.
is kind of fucked up, right? This is kind of
Oh yeah,
messed up.
this whole thing is fucked up.
I mean, like I've killed dragon, like really big things and sea monsters and stuff, but like
Oh yeah.
giant blob thing, never done that. This will be my first giant blob thing.
No, I get that because I'm half wondering if any of this is even real myself.
Yeah, I mean, what if we're just on drugs or something? Like,
I don't even know if you truly exist.
yeah, did something happen to you guys before you guys met me? And it's like plausible deniability that I exist?
I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna see this through and kill that fucking thing.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
My best
Tired of
friend
looking
died,
at
and
it.
I think I might have gone insane.
Oh, so this is your fault that we're here.
No, we're probably all in like our own crazy dream, and I don't know who's the dreamer.
I don't know.
I say let's move on and get this
Right.
over with. Because
Yeah,
I would
I'm
rather.
I'm gonna be thinking
I'm
about
so
that for a while.
creeped out. I'm so creeped out and weirded out by everything. I've cycled back into like normalcy. Like I'm desensitized to it now.
Yeah, I mean, once you see one giant blob monster, you've kind of seen them all, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so who's going first? I'm not going. I'm not going first.
Not
huh?
it.
Well, he wants you, Cal.
Astrid.
Yeah, it looks like Astrid's it.
So? What?
That's true. He does kind of want you.
I will thunder wave us all into the next dimension.
That's not gonna help anybody. You're gonna be 3 less super cool, awesome, amazing
my
heroes.
sanity.
And then you're alone with a giant blob monster who's kind of your I don't
Alright, I would just kill myself on the spot, simply put.
then that might be what he
Please,
wants.
Let's go so that doesn't become my option.
I don't know if
That might be-
I don't
that
know
might
if
be his
for-
plot.
If that thwarts what he wants, if he kills him, or maybe he wants him alive. I don't know. He hasn't really said his plan.
You can ask him. He's right there. I'm not touching him. He felt icky. He looks icky.
Yeah, he wasn't too keen on giving us answers before. I think he would want to answer my question.
Yeah, go up there. I'll be right next to you. I'll be behind you. I'll be really far behind you, but I'm behind you.
I mean, he was
10%.
speaking to you before, so do you think?
All right,
I wanna
fine.
let you ask him.
I'll take 2 steps up and be like, "Hey, why?
I think we just.
It echoes through the chamber.
What you doing? You just gonna wait for us, or?"
I mean,
It
the sort of
echoes
thing that, like,
through,
is kinda-
and surprisingly, there's not much of a response.
Guys, this is pretty awkward. I'm not gonna lie. I'm
Yeah,
just not
he was kind of.
not in my comfort zone right here.
He
Okay.
was kind of waiting for us beforehand, so you know, it's probably
might be
just
wait-
being lazy and wants us to go to him.
Okay, Cal. Walk behind me.
Yes.
I'll take point.
Thank you.
Right, I've got Cal
I will
6.
follow behind Astrid.
I'll be
follow
here.
behind Cal.
And so these lights are like this illuminated is only because of the torches, right?
Well,
floating.
they're
DM.
actually runes on the walls.
Magic
No,
room.
Okay,
not-
but is it
not
dark to
torches.
me with no dark vision?
Yeah.
In that area, it is not dark.
They're pretty bright.
Oh, okay.
They're very bright, or they're pretty bright.
Word. I will walk
No
forwards.
Got you. And
Okay.
I clap my hands together and place them on his back and make him glow like a Christmas tree.
What's the light amount of that?
I think it's like 30 foot, right?
I think it depends on what I light up,
Have
doesn't
to
it?
look
No,
up
it says
the
bright
rules
light
of
and a
light
20-foot
cantrip.
radius and dim light for additional 20 feet.
Another 20?
So 20 feet within him are bright, 20 feet farther out are dim light.
Okay, got you.
And I can make it as colored as I like. I'll make it blue.
Ooh.
Another blue
It's on
light.
brand.
Ooh.
Yeah, right?
Matches my arms that I have out right now.
Indeed.
Exactly. They'll never see them
Cool.
coming.
No,
All right,
no,
you're
no,
stand
it's
back.
coming. I'm
And just
following.
to clarify, I did not touch his clothes. I touched Astrid, so his whole being is very.
I got you.
He's got an aura.
Up ahead, you guys can see a severed head and a body with missing one arm of a bugbear, one of the larger ones.
A head and an arm.
Oh.
It's a torso missing a head and missing an arm, and
Missing a head.
yeah, with large bite marks upon it.
Oh man.
Gross.
Does this bugbear look familiar, Rose? Can I roll a history check?
A
You can
bugbear
roll a
missing
history
an
check.
arm and missing a head. Oh man, that's crazy.
Missing a
Man.
head. Missing a head. Yeah, that's familiar. Missing an arm. I don't know.
I got an 8.
I mean, he also didn't have a bite mark when y'all saw him. So.
It's hard to determine. There's a large piece of bite out of
Also
its out of its back torso, back flesh.
Hmm.
Huh.
Gross. Well,
Gross.
keep going.
I
Yeah.
press on.
Let's keep going.
Getting closer, you guys can see that there's an obvious chute here.
Huh.
A shoot,
That,
man.
where that one leads to.
Man, I wonder where.
No,
Grayson,
we're not that far
you-
south.
Grayson, you owe me money.
No, we're not that far south.
You owe me. There's just obviously a slide system.
I know, but I think there's just more than one chute.
And
Oh yeah, more than one shoot. Mhm.
again, the room begins to shake and rumble as another wave of energy kind of pulses out, reaching. And I'll have everyone roll a wisdom saving throw.
No.
Oh gosh.
Whew.
That's
4.
14.
17.
17,
14.
4, 14.
Mhm.
Those below a 10, a voice reaches out into your minds, almost on some kind of strange loop or repeat.
You're not
and as soon as it speaks, it goes quiet.
Ugh.
We,
Never get
we
used
pick
to
up
that.
the pace.
What do you want to?
I look over. I look behind my shoulder and like kind of peer at Calicast. Like, dude, he is really after you.
Love hearing that. Thank you.
And while you guys are
Taking this
chatting,
pain.
because of a bad stealth check, the water, the mucousy water ripples as though something was swimming inside of it.
Gross.
Calicat double checks to make sure his ring is equipped. It still is.
Let's just not go near that water, honestly.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, well, yeah. Let's, I guess let's
Just not go in it.
make our way around the water as quietly as possible.
As you guys progress,
I stomp forward.
you stomp forward. There's no need for any stealth checks. Making your way quite forward. And not much changes. This thing sits there unmoving, almost as though just a constantly pondering orb. And you can pass on a little bit further. And at this point, looking upwards, you can see this large fleshy tendril that kind of hangs about 50 feet higher than where you are right now. Why is that not moving? I'm sorry. Like that digs deep into the earth.
Oh.
Little bits of it drip downwards, but they don't really do anything else.
Those tendrils are like keeping this meatball suspended, right? Or is that what
Correct.
it looks like?
That is what it looks like.
Hey, that seems like the weak point we should be striking right now.
Ooh, that's a good point. You said it was 50 feet away?
50 feet high.
I'm also concerned because I know there were multiples of them.
Well, we could try and take this one out right now.
And each one's about
Yeah.
15 feet in diameter.
Yeah, they're fucking massive. How do you want to do that?
Well,
Just
I mean,
damage it enough to it can't sustain it anymore.
yeah, if only someone
Right,
had
you
a,
just
a
climb up there.
if only someone had
Only
a
someone has, like,
grappling hook.
As always, we had like ranged weapons.
Yeah. I pull out my grappling hook.
I will pull out my crossbow.
You guys prepare your weapons.
I guess I will also pull out the medieval crossbow that I have.
Mhm.
Everybody gets their crossbows respectively ready.
Ranged
Astrid,
weapons.
do you have anything?
Nope. I crack my knuckles again.
You don't have that spear?
Anything at all?
Not gonna use that spear?
Well, I have the spear, but I guess I can
You
use
could
the
throw that.
spear.
I mean, Astrid, if you really want to, you could grapple up there, and you can. Because I have some stuff I could do down here.
I don't know if I feel comfortable getting on the telepathic ball of flesh mass.
I also don't agree that Astrid should go. I think you should stay down here where he is best. Punching distance.
Okay.
Let's make a decision.
we
quickly
need-
before
I think-
he figures
I-
out what
I think we
have
should
to
keep going.
I
Keep going
I
where?
agree with Astrid.
I shoot
Forward,
my
dumbass.
grappling hook above
Where?
where it's connected to the wall.
Ooh. All right. With that, as you guys are chatting, Arya fires upwards. There's like, ting, and then as soon as you're like, God, and then Arya's flying up to the roof, like at an incredibly fast speed.
This
Arya,
time I'm prepared.
and this time you're prepared. As your body hits the roof for a second, you stabilize yourself. Roll an athletics check to just stick on the wall for a second.
An athletics check? May I
Yes.
use a bonus action really quickly to boost that? Do I have enough
Maybe
time
not
for
in
a
this
bonus
case.
action?
I mean,
Okay.
so you're more prepared this time.
A normal athletics check. I rolled
Yes.
a natural 20 for 30.
Crazy.
as it thunk, you find you get stuck in the wall. You hold yourself up. You manage to like use your legs to sprawl out onto this like cat-like cut in the chasm. You stick yourself up on the wall, and now you are high enough to actually look down the top of this large tendril, where you see like a cradle. Hold on.
A cradle.
Cradle.
So it's
Like
like,
a
it's
cradle.
dipped in. There's like a dip like down in the top of it.
There is.
Do you mean like a manufactured cradle? Okay, you mean like a. Okay. I was thinking like a.
No, not like a literal cradle, but like.
The boss room of Margot's wet nurse where there's just a
Murgo's
baby
wet
cradle.
Mm.
No, not like that.
Okay, yes. What do I see in the cradle?
I'm about to show you. You see a. Firstly, you see some kind of roll 20. Be nice.
Roll 20.
So what you
Walk
see
right.
is a divot in a face of sorts, although it's almost like many faces, and one massive golden eye. And if it should be showing you, sorry.
That's okay.
It's okay. It's perfectly fine.
Beside, oh my
Oh.
god.
Oh my god.
Here we go. There we go. There we go. There we go.
And then we lost a light.
Some
Oh, there
creature
it is.
with a massive maw and a golden eye sunken into the center of its head. Several other little eyes, all closed, almost like a resting being, sunken deep and ripped, basically has its tendrils sprawled out deep into the ground. And you can see that eye gently raises and lowers as though a sleeping being. Its jaw hangs open, and then another psychic wave rolls outwards. And it comes to this realization to you that all of this, every bit of this,
Mm-hmm.
has been the unconscious thoughts of this thing. Every single moment of this.
Oh.
And we'll end tonight's session there.
Oh, come on.
We'll pick this up in the next episode. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here.
My jaw literally just dropped. Oh no.
And-
No.
Lots of fun. I'm so
Bruh.
glad we finally got
Bruh.
to meet Y.
Oh,
Bye
God, yeah.
bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye
God.
forever.